Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream. Oh, I forgot to even drop Fatter in. Yes, guys. It is Real Madrid versus Chelsea. The big semi-final. First time we were playing Real Madrid for the first time in 13 years plus. And excited for it. Very excited for it. And what a weekend it's been for us too. Chelsea beating West Ham in the top four. Obviously, the typical Spurs bottle job as well, just to really dig the finger into a wound. Excellent week for the Chelsea boys. First off, we're going to get everyone's thoughts, and before that, as usual, we're going to drop into Chelsea Real Madrid predictions. But what's everyone's weekend been like? Wayne, I'm going to start with you, G. Talk to me.
Been lovely. It's been all beautiful. The weather's been beautiful. Obviously, then we go for the football. We got Chelsea winning. It's always a plus against our rivals, West Ham. Seeing Tottenham cry, that is a beautiful sight. What can we say?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been a beautiful day today as well, and I get to have a good old conversation about Real Madrid, Chelsea with my mates. More than I asked for at the moment.
Damn right. Johnny, talk to me.
Yes.
Spurs put in a pack, West Ham put in a pack, Liverpool drop points. What a great weekend, my guy.
Yeah, it's a fantastic weekend. I was when Jose was in charge of Spurs. The one thing I wanted was him not to win anything. Then he got the boot, and he's not won anything for Spurs. So I'm very happy with that. And Spurs didn't win yesterday. I was buzzing, absolutely buzzing. So that was a boomer. Obviously beating West Ham, who I cannot stand, was an absolute result, and the magnitude of the result was just great for us. Very, very confident and excited for tomorrow's game. And everyone just like and subscribe to Lewis's channel. He's doing bits as always. And yeah, let's have a good show, guys.
Yeah, and smash the follow to everyone else here. Their Twitter links are all down in the description below, and their names are literally rolling under the ticker as well. So you guys can't tell me you haven't seen it either. Smash the like and subscribe button here. Smash the follow button to everybody else. Scott, weekend, what's your thoughts been, bro?
Just been good. As Wayne said, watching us win was nice, especially in as key a game as it was. Then watching Tottenham get battered, watching that match was funny. I had said this on Flawless the stream last night. Never at any point did I think they were scoring. That's how bad they were. It was merely a matter of like when, not if, City would score. But yeah, it was fun, and it's just funny. Tottenham fans were so gassed when they got rid of Mourinho, man. So gassed to then get battered in a final.
Mm-hmm. And we were speaking on Flawless the stream about this as well, because this is the jarring thing. They have blamed their entire failure for this season on the hands of Jose Mourinho, when in reality, he's probably the only one that could drag them to a trophy other than anybody else. Yeah, I say that. That's not coming from me.
Wait, one sec.
Wait, Echo's gone. Yeah, Oscar, I think that was you still. It's calm anyway. You sort that out. But like we said, it was Jose Mourinho that they're all trying to pin the blame on. Then they bring Ryan Mason in. They scrape a win against Southampton because of a VAR decision. And now suddenly they think everything's gone to their own good. And they go to the fucking EFL Cup final and they play even worse football. Like, do you see their average positioning in the first half? You had Kane back in centre defensive mid. Yeah, everyone was back. No one was further than their own halfway line.
Kane was deeper than Højbjerg, who was the CDM.
Yeah,
Striker was the deepest midfield. Like, if you take the midfield and the forwards, Kane was the deepest player, and he's your number 9.
Yeah, and like Højbjerg as well. If you have him any further than the halfway line, he's fucking useless.
Bro, and did you see the chance he had where Kane put him in and he's screaming for the ball?
He had the deadest pass to Regulon.
Yeah, he was going mad.
Regulon as well. He's another one that's getting Spurs-analysed as well. You've seen how shocking he was in that final.
He's been horrible, man.
These guys have the audacity to compare Højbjerg to Kante and Jorginho? Didn't these guys have the audacity to do that?
At the beginning of the season, Spurs were playing well, and they thought every player they had was like top tier because of it. And it's like, no, nah.
No, that was the Jose effect. And you can clearly see that from the Zagreb game, it was obvious to me that Jose has a much bigger job on his hands if he really wants to change the mentality of this squad. Because these lot fall apart in the big games so often. And when they collapse, it's not even a case of like small margins or anything like it. They're getting dominated. The only reason why they didn't get battered was because City's finishing was poor yesterday.
And Jose's never lost to Pep in a final, apparently. So, like, them sacking Jose.
Jose's never lost a League Cup final.
It's crazy.
He's never lost one. Four finals, 4 wins.
Yeah.
And they played Kane, who was clearly injured to me. I mean, he didn't sprint once in that entire game.
You see this over-reliance, though. It's the same thing that they did in 2019 in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Like, I get you need Kane, but this is the fucking problem if you're a one-man team. We had the same problem when it was Eden Hazard. You can't overly rely on one player because if they don't drop a 9 out of 10 performance, and they have to drop a 9 out of 10 performance if they're carrying another 10 players, if they don't drop something of that standard, you're fucked anyway because you're relying on one player. Like Son, I already dropped all the photos of him crying, but I don't know what the fuck he was crying about because he had a poor performance in that game and he was fully fit. So I don't know what he's moaning about except for the fact that he bottled it himself.
I don't understand, right? You talk about the mentality. They've got winners in their team. That's the maddest thing. They've got people who've won shit elsewhere. Like, how have you got this mentality?
Do they? Because I know they got Lloris.
You got Lloris who's won the World Cup. You've got Aurier's won the French League. You've got Alderweireld's won the Eredivisie, I believe, when he was Ajax. You've got
Mora.
I'm fairly sure. Did Real Madrid win the league last year and Reguilon was in the squad?
He was at Sevilla.
Seville.
They won the Europa League. So you've got that's 3. That's 3 of the back 4 or 5 of the back 5. 4 of the back 5.
You got Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale's won stuff. Heung-min Son's won stuff internationally.
I think it consumes them when they get into Tottenham. Because I was watching a Chilwell interview the other day, and he was literally talking about what it felt like to join Chelsea. And he was like, the weight of expectation that comes from just putting on the shirt is crazy because we're a side that you don't expect us to draw games. We have to win every single game. So I guess when they go into Tottenham, the pressure is not on them to win. They relax, their standards drop, and they match out with all the other Tottenham fodder like Harry Winks and all those other players who ain't won nothing, and they just coast.
It's just Tottenham.
It's just Tottenham.
It's the history of Tottenham.
It's a normal Sunday, and it's Tottenham, and we all know one thing: water is wet. So,
and the sky is blue. And Tottenham is still shit.
Then the sky's still blue. That's all.
Yeah, water is wet, London is blue, and Tottenham is shit. That's just history right there. Hey, what's everyone's thoughts on Chelsea's weekend though? Because we can grade West Ham performance in itself and the position that it leaves us in. Because we're now in a much more comfortable spot. Big up Timo Werner as per usual. We're in a much more comfortable position now. We have a 3-point gap in the top 4 race. We've got Fulham coming up next in between the Real Madrid matches, which is the last of our easy games. If we're going to call a West London derby against a relegation threatened side an easy game, it's going to be a struggle too. But what's you guys' thoughts on our top 4 hopes now? Because it is in our own hands, and now we can actually look forward to third place a bit more. Oscar, we'll go with you for this.
It should be quite comfortable now. Well, unless we make it hard for ourselves. I don't know about you lot, but I celebrated that Newcastle goal like it was a Chelsea goal. I was so happy when Liverpool drew because I really did think like Liverpool were our biggest threat. I know they're behind us, but they've got a lot of winnable games. And if they're dropping points to Newcastle, then that's only going to benefit us. But at the same time, we still got like City to play. We still got Arsenal to play. So we have to do our job. And the City game will be really, really hard because I think it's right after Real Madrid. So
Well, I'll run in literally that like thing. So you got Real Madrid second leg, City 3 days later, Arsenal home 4 days later, Leicester at home 3 days later, whenever the FA Cup final is. And then on the 23rd,
City, Arsenal, and Leicester in a week.
Yeah.
in the space of 10 days, we face Real Madrid, City, Arsenal, Leicester.
We're gonna fucking throw the Arsenal game, aren't we?
We'll get you. That's the thing. I can see us dropping points in one of those games.
Throw the City game. I don't care about the City game.
Yeah, that's how I would feel. Yeah,
I'll take a draw in that City game. I'll take a draw. Yeah, I'll take a draw.
Yeah, but they won't take a draw. They're gonna win the league if they beat us.
I don't
Can't
care.
they win it?
It's
Can't they
City.
win it
Win
this
the
weekend?
league. I care about Arsenal.
No, I get that, but that's going to be the potential of 2 drop points. If we drop, we can't lose to Manchester City and then potentially lose to Arsenal. Our only hope is if Arsenal don't give a shit because they're in the Europa League final.
Oh,
that
would probably help us.
But what
if
did
they're
we
in
say?
the Europa League final, like they could easily bottle it to Emery's boys too.
What did we say when Tuchel first took over about the difficult period? And we all said, didn't we, that we wouldn't take as much what we got. We won more than we expected to win. And we got more points than we expected to get. So to me, even though it's a difficult period, I believe Tuchel will get what we need to get out of the games. I still think we'll do all right.
Yeah.
I think we'll get in top 4. I don't think we have to worry.
No,
I hope you're right.
nah, we're good.
I'm just trying
We'll
to
be
get
fine.
the Madrid squad up because Wayne, I saw your message.
As long as we beat,
That
as long
was
as
my
we beat
message.
Leicester will be good.
Oh, was that your message? My bad. Let me get
Yeah,
it
about
up.
Eunice. Yeah, he quote tweeted it because the Real Madrid English.
I don't feel like we learned anything from that though. Well, actually, I'll wait till you get it up. No,
It don't really give us too many shocks.
I'd say the only
Go on.
definitive thing. So obviously the 3 players we knew would be out are out. The only definitive thing is that Mendy's also out. So they haven't really. They've got 1 left back, or 2 if you count Nacho, who they played the other day against Betis at left back. But Kroos and Modric are in the squad. Whether they start is a different story.
Hazard in the squad.
Yeah, Hazard's in the squad. Hazard's going to be a big enough problem in itself. That's the squad list coming out. There's not really any big surprises, but that's for anyone who wants to see it anyway. Eden Hazard will probably be a bigger worry for us in the second leg, but if he comes on as a sub, we've already seen the danger that he poses against Real Betis. He had the most chance in that game, and he only played about 13 minutes. He looks fit, he looks sharp, he looks slim, and he looks motivated as well. And you know what a motivated Eden Hazard is like. We know that from experience. We have a very big job for ourselves dealing with him. How do we expect to handle Eden Hazard against us in the second leg or in the first leg or whenever we face him? Johnny, what's your thoughts, man?
I think this is not the Eden Hazard that we know. I mean, you know, he can pull out a moment of magic. But I feel like the way that Tuchel sets us out and we play, we should be able to contain him as long as we don't allow him to, get into that final third position outside the box where he's got a bit of trickery and he can, draw a foul. That's where you're worried about him. But if you can keep him like in the middle of the park, so to speak, and nowhere else. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm not really too worried about Real Madrid. I think we've got enough quality and a manager who knows whose tactical awareness and knowledge is so good that he'll be able to keep them quiet. And they're not going to be like a high pressing, high intensity opposition. They're going to sit, aren't they? Quite a bit, or they'll want to dictate the play with Modric and Kroos. But I'm you know what? I've gone past the point of even trying to predict who's going to play. We know the formation, but regarding who's going to play, I trust Tuchel. I think the aim of the game is to just make sure we get at least 1 goal. We need to score 1, preferably 2 goals. We can go with a 2-0 lead. I'm very comfortable with that because I don't think Hazard will feature. I don't think he'll start tomorrow. I think he'll come on, and then the second leg you might see him actually start, depending on whether his fitness has got better because he's only just come back. So yeah, I'm not too worried about Hazard starting, but we know what he's capable of.
No, my biggest worry is the midfield. because we're gonna have this Jorginho and Kante pivot, and we're facing one of the teams who are so good at winning the ball back and holding on to it as well. We're speaking about on the Blues Fans TV stream. You've got Toni Kroos, who doesn't need his pace. He just needs to figure out where the right space is to receive the ball and find the next player afterwards. His pass accuracy is ridiculous. You've got Luka Modric, who is a workhorse for someone who's at the age that he is in. Brilliant at finding spaces in the box and being able to find other players as well. And is ridiculously hard to take the ball off. Like his ball control, his awareness of players around him, his decision making, and second to none in midfield. Then you got Casemiro. Strong, tall, imposing screener who can also commit on the other end and scored a lot of goals for Real Madrid this season too. We cannot underestimate this midfield. And if they play five at the back and it's a two-man midfield, suddenly my hopes are a bit more optimistic. But if it's a three-man midfield, I think we are really going to struggle for 90 minutes, and it just depends on the individual performances that we have.
I really don't see them playing three at the back. They don't have the players to play it.
No, I think it's just only to match us, because it would make it harder for us to try and play out the back.
I still don't think they will, just because it limits what they have in midfield, because you've got to take out one of those midfielders. If all three of them are fit to start, that is. But then as well as they haven't really got a left back to play it out, I think Marcelo's legs have gone. He's not the player he once was. And you can't, having him and then I assume Nacho as their left centre back, that's asking to be attacked every single time. So I just don't see it matching us. I think Zidane just will want to play the game that they did against Liverpool basically the same way. And whether they will or not is remains to be seen. But this leg is our best chance of beating them, because the second leg won't be anywhere near as easy. And we need to score at least two. For me, we need to score two, make sure that we don't concede, and then we should be fine. But we need to score two, because I don't see us. If we don't score or don't get a win in this game, we're not going through. In my opinion, we're not going through.
Fair enough.
No, this is another one where it's harder than all the others, because we do need to get that away goal. And Real Madrid, they can sit back and put two banks of four and make it so hard for us to break them down too. And then the one thing you don't want to do is overcommit, because if you overcommit and then you get the ball to a Toni Kroos and he pings out a Vinicius or a Benzema, we're fucked on the counter. And they can do it with just one or two passes. They're that good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can if we can press their midfield and limit them from being able to play the balls they want to put. Don't give them time on the ball. They love time on the ball. So you just got to really limit their time on the ball, put them under pressure. Now, that's going to be hard to do for 90 odd minutes, but I think you can't let these players play. You can't let Kroos just have an extra couple seconds to ping a ball wherever he wants.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree the midfield is the most dangerous part of that side, and that is where the game can be lost or won. But as long as we are on our pressing game and we really put them under pressure, I can't see, if they're not getting fed from the midfield, if their attack's not getting fed from the midfield, it ain't getting fed. That midfield is the engine and blood of that team. So we press them, we kind of restrict them, limit them to the amount of passes and chance creation, or just get them to pass backwards or sideways, just not any penetrative passes that are going to hurt us or split us. That's the main. That's where I think Tuchel will look to, nullify them. And then their defence, we should be having a go at that defence. I mean, we should have a go at it. I can't see us not scoring.
Again, we ain't clinical. We aren't a clinical team. That's the
No,
problem.
we're not. We're not at all.
But in Champions League, we have been. We've been pretty deadly.
I think if you look at the difference that our performance in the Premier League, in the Champions League, I think in the Premier League, I think it's more, it's hard for some of these guys to sit the way on how the Premier League play. In the Champions League, it feels like some of the players is already getting used to this setup in the Champions League. And if you look at the games against Atletico Madrid, in that game, the one thing that I clocked it a lot in that during the first goal, was that how we attacking those defense though, the way that we
Press them.
Yeah, like Johnny said, but yeah.
I
We've
think
had
just
very
like
few chances and we've scored and at the right times. So that to me is clinical to an extent. I know we're not creating a lot, but like there's been moments where we get that chance, we've taken it, and especially against Real Madrid, you have to take your chances.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I feel like tomorrow's game will be very similar to our first leg against Porto. I think the good thing about us and how we play is that in the big games, when teams want to come at us, we're just so defensively solid that all it takes is for us to break lines like once or twice and we're in. So we have to hope that when we get in those moments, we are clinical. Even though we haven't been clinical, we have to hope that we are. And similar to what Johnny was saying, I don't know if we should press them, but I definitely don't think like giving them time on the ball, like giving Modric or Kroos or whoever's in that midfield the time to pick a pass, because these are quality players on the ball. They're not like, they don't have the same engine they used to have 5 or 6 years ago. So we would want to run them and overwork them. But if you give them time to pass the ball, they can do that all day long. So that midfield battle is going to be really, really tough, man.
So it's finding the balance is what it is, because you can't outright press them, because Liverpool did that, and Liverpool have better pressers than we do in terms of the engines they've got on them in the midfield, and it didn't work, and that's why Keita came off after 30 minutes in the first leg.
But Liverpool didn't press them well, though. Liverpool didn't do it well.
But they still tried to press them, and they had 3 people in that midfield who you go, right, you're the best pressers, because apart from maybe having Henderson, because of the engines you've got, because of like the workhorse sort of mentality, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. And so I don't think you can outright press them continuously, just because eventually A, you get tired, and B, they have the players to get around that press, and then we're open. But I agree with what you say, Oscar, where you can't sit off them as well. You need to find the right balance of pressing them to a certain extent, closing off the spaces, but not pressing them to the point where you're dragging yourself out of position, because they can get around that.
It's the timing of when you press and when you sit. And also a lot of teams look at us and they go, if we press Jorginho and Kovacic, that hurts us. It stops our rhythm and our flow and our fluidity. So they'll be thinking like that as well. I wouldn't be surprised if you get Vinicius and Benzema or Hazard or whoever playing, who've got Rodrigo, who've got a bit of a spring in their step to press our defense or our pivot, like not press as such, but just not give us as much time, because they're not great at pressing either. I would say they're okay. They're not brilliant.
They won't press though. Not with the midfield.
Yeah, they won't press. They'll probably sit.
No, with that midfield. The only thing that they're going to do is spamming crosses, spamming balls, like lobbing, crossing that. And we have to stop that.
Which is why we can't overcommit.
Yeah, they want us to overcommit.
What worries me is what we haven't spoke about yet is with Rodrigo and Junior. I can't say his first name. Sorry,
Vinicius.
But
Vinicius.
They're tricky wingers who want to one at you, do a bit of trickery to try and get away from you, and then know if they can get a penalty or a free kick outside the box, they will go for that to create a chance for either Kroos or Modric or whoever to have an opportunity. What worries me is with the players we've got, they are suspect in that sort of Rude go in bit sometimes where he doesn't need to. We've got Aspilicueta, even Aspi, he does it. There's a few of them, and worries me because I don't want that. And I want them to stand up and don't dive in and basically
don't overcommit,
shield them away from doing that sort of stuff. And that's what worries me in that team. I know you say about midfield, and I get that, but that's another thing. What worries me is because they've got more of that sort of players than we have. We've got Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi, and that's it. Who can do that?
Yeah,
I agree, But the one thing I think it might be a little bit different is because like when they played against Liverpool, they were able to put the through balls across. So like Vinicius got on the end of so many. But because we've got our formation where we play 3 centre backs, we're like I said, I feel like it's going to go like the Porto game. I feel like we're going to sit a lot deeper.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on their creative players to like find little gaps. I hope that we don't give Vinicius Jr. that much time on the ball like Liverpool did.
I don't think they're going to have.
Just because of who we have, like we theoretically speaking, like I don't know about the rest of you, but I want James and Aspi there, and so those two are both defensively solid enough. Especially James is when he has like Azpilicueta there, because Azpilicueta is the more experienced. He can talk to him a bit more. They had Trent there, and people know how I feel about Trent defensively. So, and with how high a line they were playing, because that's the way Liverpool play, with a massively high line. It was easy to hit them, whereas we don't start with we don't start with that higher line anyway. And plus, as well, with having the people we've got, we're more defensively solid than Liverpool are. It's just about making sure we don't make mistakes, because as we've seen, like the Porto goal we conceded came from a mistake. The Southampton goal was the first one that came to mind. Mistake. Most of the West Brom goals, mistakes. It wasn't that we got outplayed. It was that we're making stupid errors and not concentrating. And we need to make sure we do that, because this is the one team that will hurt you with Benzema.
I feel like
Rodrigo.
I think you have to stop the midfield first before you stop the Benzema, because I think the creativity comes from the midfield. The brain is Toni, Kroos, and Luka Modric. That's why we got to stop them first before.
Yeah, they want to find pockets to feed Vinicius and whoever's on the right, Rodrigo or whatever his name is, to run in behind, cut in, and either drag it back or cross it for a Benzema.
It's going to be tight, and we're going to frustrate them, I think. But one of the things I think will happen is if we sit deep like I think we will, they'll get frustrated, and then they might bring on Hazard later on, and then Hazard will be like off the left, but he'll come into like the number 10 position and try to find space in there. But then Kante's got to be on his job, and we know Kante when it comes to big games, he always does his thing. So
I think Adoy might be good then.
In the wing back position.
No, I mean, you want James because he's defensively sound. But if you are going to sit back and you want them to be very, very worried, Adoy's pace is frightening.
I would prefer to play Adoy right wing, but then that's probably where Mount would play. So
he might not play. He might. I don't know. I want Mount to play, but is he tired?
Oh, really?
That's very unlike you.
Well, you know what I'm saying, like.
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. So for me, like, I'd probably have Mount on the right. If you're not playing Mount, then I'd play Adoy and have James, definitely. But I wouldn't play Ziyech. I know Ziyech is a really good European player.
Right.
I just wouldn't play him.
1 second, Johnny. You said he played 90 minutes against West Ham. Do you really want to throw him in this deep end tomorrow?
It's too much of a big game to not play him. You want his energy in the midfield to put. You see, what will happen for me is if Mount plays, Mount will drop in.
Come on, John.
Because I think Havertz will be false 9, and then potentially Pulisic. You'll have Mount drop in to put pressure on your Modric and Kroos with Kante and Jorginho. That's what I think will be. You know how we were against Porto, very compact. It was just very compact, and we waited for a Pulisic to grab the ball, make something, draw a free kick. It was kind of like
at that point we had something to defend. That was the difference. Like for the first leg, we struggled with Porto for the first 20, 30 minutes. Then we had that moment of magic from Mason Mount, and it's easy to say that all we need is a moment of magic because that will just win us any sort of game. For me, it's more the mindset that we have going into this game. That's what I want to know. Are we going to go and try and take the game to them, or are we going to try and go with a more defensive mindset, try and put bodies forward, but not overcommit too much? And if we do leave with a 0-0, so be it. Is that
Yeah.
is that the mindset
You
that we're
can't
going
have
to
that
go?
mindset. Not with how their team's going to be in the second leg. Not with who's going to be back. Not with how like up for it they're going to be, because like you can't. You have to go for it. Like maybe not overcommit, but you have to go and try and score. Like as I said, 2 goals, maybe even 3, to make it comfortable. Because like there's a very good chance. Well, Valverde will definitely back. Kroos will definitely be back. Modric will definitely back. Mendy will definitely back. There's a decent chance Ramos will be back from the reports I'm reading. The only definitive out is Vasquez, and he whatever.
Definitely. Wait, could be back for the first leg or for the second? Because I expect
Ramos
most of them to be back for the second.
Yeah, all of those I mentioned would be second leg. Ramos may be back. The only definitive out, as I said, is Vasquez. He's the only definitive out. All the other 4 either will or may be back for the second leg. So you have to go for it in this game, in the sense of like we can't go there and try and go for a 0-0 or a little 1-0, because Real Madrid will come to our ground. If it is at our ground, isn't it? Like the
second leg.
Yeah.
home away. So yeah, they'll come and go for it, and we've already seen.
They'll have that away goal threat, you know, where they're fully capable. If they could be shit for 80 minutes, and for 10 minutes they turn it on and they can bang 2 goals. Do you know what I mean? Like they've got it in their locker.
Even in the first leg against Liverpool, where you look at it and you go, they smashed them for like, what was it, a half, and then played like it was a training match. They were playing at like 60% because they knew they'd scored 3 goals, and after they got the third one, it was like, cool. It was like, we've got 3 goals. Don't really need to go at 100% anymore.
I will say though, we are a much better side than Liverpool. Much better side. We are playing
defensively, yes. Going forward, not.
Well, I just think we're all round better. We're all round better this season than Liverpool, and I think Real Madrid have to show us respect, as we will show them respect. But I don't want our young kids showing too much respect, because at the end of the day, we want to win the bloody game. I want us to have a bit of nastiness to us in this game. Bring it to them.
Do you want to play as a defensively strong and then counter attack?
That's what I want to do.
I don't know.
That's what I want to do.
It'll be 2 teams just counter-attacking each other.
Yeah, I don't really.
It won't, because
no, it won't. Like, it'll be such a safe game. It'll be one of those 1 mistake, 1-0 games.
We haven't been involved in many like thrillers lately, apart from that West Brom game, and none of us want to return to that. So yeah. I'm happy with a game that we control. But I generally think like Real Madrid, them being the home side first, they're going to come out us and try and take the game to us and try and score. And I think if we try to level it, they've got like deadly finishers in like Benzema that they don't need as many chances as we need. Do you know what I mean? If we're getting the ball up top to whoever it is, Havertz or Werner, we need 5 or 6 chances for one of them to score.
Let's not forget that this team is the catalyst and behind the Super League. They need to be taught a lesson this side. There is no way in hell
and Paris is
we
gonna
can't
sort
let them
out,
get to the final. We can't let them get to the final.
So what?
Yes,
if we
Joe, what are you saying, my guy?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yo, what's this about you have to dye your hair like our third kit if we win 3-0?
Yeah, bro. So you left the other stream, and then I just held it down for another 10-15 minutes, and everyone was like, oh, we're going to win 3-0. And then I said, that's not happening, and if it does, I'm going to dye my hair. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to dye my hair a different colour, and then they were all like, do it like the third kit. So if we win 3-0, I've got to dye my hair
Who's
again.
thinking we're going to win 3-0?
Nutcases. All of them.
Wait, this is because people were saying we were going to win 3-0.
Yeah, they were like 3-0. I was like, if that happens, I'll dye my hair blue again. And then they were like, nah, it's got to be a different colour.
Hey, it's not beyond the realms of possibility.
I mean,
yeah, that's why I'm scared. Like I've backed it. It's on.
It might not.
These guys conceded 1 to Liverpool, and Liverpool's attack, despite how misfiring they've been, are still better than ours.
Yeah, like I can't lie. I don't 3-0. To be honest, you're pretty safe with that because you ain't got to worry about that shit. Fucking hell.
Fully.
Alright, but we were speaking on the stream anyway, so I know what your thoughts are. But for the benefit of everyone else here, what's your thoughts going into the Real Madrid match, and what would you like to see, mate?
Yeah, we were saying. To be fair, Johnny, I was quite scared of like coming across you in the next couple of days because me and Lewis were saying we can see if Mount doesn't start this game, but it sounds like you're agreeing in a sort of roundabout way.
Yeah, it's not that I agree. I still think he'll play. I can understand. Like he's played 90 minutes, three games in a row. I think.
Yeah,
so,
that's what we were saying pretty much.
This is crazy talk. Mount is definitely starting, and I
He's
don't
got
think
to start, yeah,
fatigue is an issue. He's definitely starting this game. What makes you think? Yeah, why do you think now he'd be taken out, considering he's played so much all the time?
It's not. Well, it's not so. We were just saying like if we wanted to go a different route, we can understand why Mount wouldn't be one of the front three, considering, like Johnny said, the amount of time he's had on the pitch and stuff. Having said that, you still get 5 substitutes in the Champions League this season, so there's no reason he can't do a ridiculous outburst for 30 minutes. But I do understand more so than most games if he doesn't start this one.
I feel like Mount is a big game regular for us. Like he always turns up in the bigger games. So I feel like if we were to drop him, probably would have been the Brighton game. We didn't do that. So yeah, I don't see Mount being left out at all.
You know what it is? I think it's a case of how Tuchel wants to set out. Really, I think he will play. I don't know if he'll play the whole 90 minutes. It depends how the game goes. You don't want to burn him out too much because we've got a lot of big games still. We've still got Premier League top 4. That is not a guarantee, and we've got tough games, and he's going to play in those games. So, I mean, I want him to play. I think his pressing and energy will put Kroos and Modric under pressure, which is needed. I just think if you put a Ziyech in there, he ain't going to do that.
Well, that brings an interesting question then, because obviously, what's everyone's like front three? Like who do we go with to lead the line?
That's mad. That is a mad question.
We're going back and forth.
Literally, it's up in the air. It's up in the air.
Well, you'd go
Mount,
Pulisic, Havertz, Mount.
Yeah,
I would. That's what I would go with. But he might.
If we're going to do this, I'm going to drop the StreamYard link in as well because a lot of people are.
So I ended the last stream. I ended my front three are going to be Ziyech, Mount, and Werner.
No Havertz.
See, I'm completely different to everyone. Mine is
I can't lie, I would
Werner, Hudson-Odoi.
You have
I'll
Werner in the
go
middle.
Werner, yeah.
Jesus
Pulisic,
No
Hudson-Odoi,
Havertz.
it's been
Both
sit deep.
Havertz.
If they sit deep, it's a bit of a sticky one.
No,
Yeah,
you've got to have
that's the
Havertz,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
What over Werner?
Yeah, Havertz has
Yeah,
got to play.
It has to be.
I get why, but that's the problem is I was sort of playing sort of making it a devil's advocate, so there'd be more options and stuff.
Well-
but I
well,
can see if Ziyech and Werner both start, that their link up play's done quite well, and European football plays into Ziyech's hands more so than the Premier League does.
It does.
Which is why I
but
think it would be Ziyech and Werner more so. But I understand
be
every
more-
single version.
Ziyech, I could see more of an impact player, like someone to bring on to change things up a bit, or if we're ahead, he can press and sit back, but he's got that final ball that he can ping and still hurt them with that. So maybe that might be why he doesn't start.
Ooh.
I just feel defensively he's not as good as Mount for sure. I don't know, even Odoi. He doesn't want to play Odoi in the front three. He'll only play him as a wing back. So then you're left with Werner, Pulisic, Havertz, and Mount in between those three. If you're not picking Ziyech,
Who would people say is our best forward at exploiting space?
Werner.
Werner's good to find space, so yeah, Werner for me.
He might have to start in because I'm reading some analysis done by one of the Spanish
Werner will
papers
start.
on Militao. And one of Militao's weaknesses is that he often is a bit rash and comes out leaving space. He'll try and close a player down and it opens a gap in the defence. So if that's one of the things we can exploit, then it might be worth playing someone who can exploit that space. And if
you
that's
could
Werner,
play
Werner
Werner on the left, Havertz, Mount.
Yeah. What I will say about Werner against the bigger games does actually thrive over the low block teams. So I think Werner for a Real Madrid game will do us well for me.
I don't think they're going to play low block. Is what I will say.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Over the low block games. So he's saying in this type of game where it's
in these types of games he will thrive. Because in the big games we've noticed he's a lot better in the big games for me. So
Well, he's got his goal.
yeah.
Yeah, there should be some
confidence will be
confidence
up.
there.
Yeah.
In that game as well, like in West Ham, he was just confident to just keep trying for shots after shots as well. He was just going for it in West Ham, so he looked happy he got a goal and he can maybe move on from there. So I don't know.
Do you
Maybe we
guys
can.
feel that Real Madrid's defense is like they want us to cross the ball in? They don't want intricacy
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
that's the case, then
Really?
for me, you play a Havertz who's got intricacy on the floor, but he's also got aerial ability in the box if we do cross it. And then you've got a Werner playing off to get in those spaces, and then a Mount to drop in with Havertz and alternate and swap to press and help the midfield out.
I think I was gonna say I think Mount can drop him with the centimeters as well, like he did against City. I thought it worked out really well.
Yeah.
Like to control the game.
As long as it's not his
So,
natural position, because if you play him in there in the pivot, there's a problem.
Do you guys
No,
think
he won't play
that,
in the pivot. He won't play in the pivot.
No, but he did drop. Remember the City game? He dropped in with the two midfielders, and it worked out really well.
He's
Like
there
he
to
was
aid
up
them.
attack and then drop in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you guys think Pulisic is a confirmed starter, considering he took the press conference?
I'm surprised. I'd be really surprised if he did start.
Why?
But
My thing's always don't play him in too many games or too regularly. Or we're going from a Saturday into a Tuesday. For me, if it was
the press conference was very interesting though, because they asked him about his injuries, and he spoke about the fact that he's never been an injury-prone player. It's only like recently he started to get injuries. That's literally what he said.
Really?
So yeah, he said he's never seen himself as an injury-prone player. It's just like this year he struggled, and now he's getting
had
back.
how many muscular injuries in his history?
But then he also
what about
said,
Dortmund?
he also said he's been looking forward to this game for weeks. Like, and I think I don't know. I could see Pulisic playing this one.
I think he plays. He's our only player that offers us trickery. And he does like to drift and drop in a little bit. And when they're on the attack or you need some sort of relief, it's always like in the City game. It was Pulisic a lot. He was getting the ball and he was drawing the foul. He just looks. He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's
and
dangerous.
I think for a game like this, rest him for the Premiership game. Maybe don't rest him for this game.
On a side note, I would agree with him. He was never exactly injury prone when he was at Dortmund. Like he had a few injuries. Like he had like 6 injuries, but they were all like tiny ones. Like he missed 12 games for them for injury. He's missed 28 for us.
Yeah, so that makes sense when you look at it that way. Like he was literally like, it's only this season that
he was missing like 1 or 2 games max for like tightness, or like I think he had a tear in one of his muscles for Dortmund, but he missed 20 days.
Do you not feel like Pulisic looks really good though? Like he looks like he's coming back to real match sharpness.
Johnny, I 100% agree. I think Pulisic is in prime, like wasn't great against West Ham, but he's in prime like form to go and play well against Madrid. The question I wanted to ask you lot is, do you feel like based on what he's done, Havertz has done enough to warrant a start in this game of this magnitude?
Well, he can play
Also,
false
Andrew,
nine.
I've just seen as well on a thing, Angerin's gone in the 24-man squad, so he's travelled.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I only just saw that. I don't know if you lot spoke. I don't think he'll play, but that's interesting. Sort of like, might get 5 minutes.
Who's not gone then?
Kovacic, I think.
Yeah, I think it's just
Cover is still injured. He's back for the second leg, isn't he?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Might
yeah.
be.
He'll be back for the Fulham game, maybe.
Okay, so I'm right.
And then, but
he's like glue for me.
With Havertz though, the thing that with Havertz that I like is how he holds the ball up in terms of not like a Giroud where he holds the ball up and lays it off. It's more of his ball carrying ability. It's the fact
fluid.
When he plays, he just glides across the pitch. And I think with how Real Madrid are, with the 2 centre backs, they're both quite rash at times. We saw last season with Varane, he was at fault for them going out. Eder Militao, as I've already spoken about at times, can be a bit rash with coming out and leaving pockets of space. And the best person to cause people to come to him is Havertz. The only other person I think in an attacking sense that can do that is Pulisic, but he's not going to play as them in the middle, and Kovacic, but he's not going to be playing, and he's a centre mid. So Havertz, I feel, is the only one that can really do that. I don't think Giroud's got the movement to do it. It's more, as I said, it's more of a case of he'll collect the ball and give it off to someone rather than collect the ball and move with it. So I think he has to play just because of what we're going to be facing and how to beat that partnership.
I think Giroud should start, man.
Really?
I feel if we're gonna get
Yeah.
pushed down to the
Because
wings
we
a lot more, I would like to
he's
see
barely-
Giroud start because we need some aerial threat, and we know we're not getting that from
Yeah.
anybody else.
We need
and like
Havertz-
Giroud
Havertz
is the
is
only
very
person
good.
I trust to score.
Havertz
We
is
And
need
very
like-
good
pace
with
on
headers.
top. We need pace on top. We need pace on top. We need Werner to start. Period.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, but we're not going to be dealing with space in behind like that. If anything, I think we're going to get the complete opposite from Real Madrid. They'll sit
What, you
deep.
think they go step back?
We can get space. It's all about whether like we can draw their defenders out, and I think we can. That's the
You've got
one
Look
thing.
at
I
this
to
think
move it
guy.
quickly. You've got to
Look at
move it
this guy,
quickly.
man. I swear down. I hope. Let me send you a link. I want to see if you're
he's not wrong. To be fair, he should be on the bench.
I think
His
that's
name's
the
not
thing.
Krusty. That's
With
the first
Christensen's
thing.
performance at right centre back, I could actually see him starting.
No,
Nah,
like
not for
that
me.
was against West Ham. This is Real Madrid. It's very
No, I
very
understand there's a
different.
complete difference, but I also understand sticking to the same back three that you already have. And you got to talk about it from a morale sense as well. These guys all balled out in the back three against a tough match, against a tough West Ham side. I don't see us really changing it up, especially seeing as we have Asby, who didn't really have the best performances at wing back.
Why?
And,
But
talk
then
about
why
Aspi.
why
I
is
actually
Ashley
thought he
not
did
playing
solid.
defence when he's been our most consistent player on Tuchel?
I think Alonso plays
Because
well.
for me, the biggest debate is whether
Oh,
Thiago
what?
Silva even
No
starts.
way.
Alonso
no
for
way.
against Real
No
Madrid.
Alonso, man.
Yeah,
No
God,
way.
I hope not.
No way.
No way.
Ben
No,
Chilwell.
Alonso.
Ben Chilwell.
No way.
Alonso.
Wait, who said Alonso?
can't-
Who said
Johnny.
Alonso?
Johnny.
I said it. I
Johnny.
wouldn't.
You're trolling.
There's something got
I'm
something's got
not
into
saying
Johnny.
I want-
Why is Alonso still in Chelsea,
Hold
man?
on, hold on.
Johnny.
I'm not saying I want Alonso. Hell no. But I'm saying
You think? Yeah.
I just think Tuchel might pick him. I don't know why. He just might pick him for this
Sorry.
game.
Chilwell has
That
been
might be the
playing
first
good,
time
like,
I
he's been
question
good.
Tuchel with his decision
Does
of like
Tuchel have
picking
a
a player.
death
Then.
wish?
Yeah, but
Literally-
he'll make a decision like that, and we'll all go.
Why do you
"What
think
the
he
hell?"
will? Tell me.
Yeah.
And then we go and win the game, and you're like, "Oh, fair play." Do you know?
Now Alonso does nothing if he
this
can't get a
guy-
goal or something.
This guy got spun by a 29-year-old centre back. He's good. He'll
Yep.
get ruined.
Yeah, defensively
He
we'll
would.
just be in tatters if we play
He'll
Alonso.
get honestly, Asensio or Vinicius or Rodrigo will literally be like rubbing their hands,
Even
going,
Benzema.
"Okay, cool. I'm going to get 50 chances this game."
I feel very tempted to make a Marcus Alonso penitentiary now in case he scores.
Don't.
Because it would
Yeah.
be fucking
No,
hilarious.
No.
It would be hilarious. I'll put Roberto Carlos and everything in there. It'll be fucking jokes. But no,
I
on a
hope-
serious
and
level,
also
though, there's no
limbs.
way this guy starts against Madrid. No fucking way. No
Ben
way.
Chilwell's been amazing
Well,
right now.
I
can't
think
think
of
amazing
anything.
is also a bit of stretch, but we'll say he's
Nah,
been
like
good.
solid defense. He's been good at attack.
Yeah,
I just think he's been good all round.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
has
think
got
so.
the
forward.
problem.
He's been good, man. He's been
What?
good.
I said I say
He's
this
got
a
a few
lot.
assists and stuff.
Yeah.
I
He
say
got an
this a lot.
assist,
Yeah,
but it was
but
after
he's
about 30 minutes of shocking crossing.
When
Then we
you've, like,
finally got a driven cross after the first time in ages, and it found Timo Werner. But it's like we wanted to see this for how long?
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Chilwell. He's levels clear of Alonso, levels clear of Emerson. But has he been amazing the last few games?
But
Not
then again,
really.
like,
I think
Chilwell-
he's been really
Do you
okay.
look
Not
to
amazing. I think he's been quite
Do you
good.
look
Then
to experience
he's 25,
like, for
isn't he?
these games? Do you think Tuchel pick him just because he's experienced?
Bro,
for the big
Alonso is
games?
not starting, man. He's not starting.
No.
No, but I'm just saying. do you think
Alonso gets spun.
that will be his thought process. He'll pick an
No,
experienced
I get
player.
experience.
No.
I get experience, but there's also you can also have too much, and there's a point where
Yeah.
you have to let players make their own experience. Because if you always go for experience, you're just going to go for older players all the time, and the younger players are never going to get a chance. Chilwell needs this experience of playing in a semi-final in the Champions League if he's going to be our left back for the next
I
5
agree.
6
I
years.
agree. I agree.
So I'd
I
still
agree.
back Chilwell regardless.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
still
gonna-
back
I'm
to
gonna put this
Thiago.
to you
I think
guys.
for me as
I'm
well,
gonna put
the
this
right
to you
side
guys.
club.
We're talking about experience, right? In 2012 final, who played at left back?
Bertrand.
Ryan
Yeah.
Birch.
He was
Yeah.
on the wing.
And it
Ashley
was
Cole
like
played
his
at left
first
back.
game
Well, yeah,
for
yeah. it's
Chelsea.
like-
Yeah,
the
but
first
that,
team.
the only difference was we were forced into that. Like
Yeah.
we had no other option.
No, we weren't. No, he wasn't.
Who was?
We wasn't.
I thought-
Not a left back. We wasn't.
No, no.
He didn't
He was
play
left
left
wing.
He
played left wing.
chose to put him there.
He played
If
left wing.
Silva is
wait, where did Ashley Cole
That's
play?
the thing.
Ashley Cole played left back.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought so.
Yeah. No,
I know
he
Bertrand
played-
played that
he
night.
played- He played left
I
wing,
mean-
but Wayne is right because it was a choice to play him there. Like there were other players that could have played there.
I can't
So-
remember.
So
who
that's what I'm
at the
trying to
time.
say is we can't say that about experience because Chilwell might not be experienced in that play in the game, but he'll still do a good job if we believe in it.
And we have Thiago Silva, we have Aspilicueta, we have Kante, we have other experienced players in the squad that will be starting, I think. So, yeah.
Chilwell's not exactly super young though. I think he's got a bit of experience, but he's just not got experience in the semi-final. Neither's Alonso really. So not in the
Neither is
Champions League.
Havertz,
exactly.
neither is Werner.
Exactly. That's true.
So-
neither is Mount.
Yeah, even
Hazard.
Emerson played both legs in the
Werner
Europa
does.
League, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Alonso's not even experienced. So
The only one
definitely
that
shouldn't
has
play him.
is Ziyech, right?
No, Werner does. Werner has experience in the
Does
semi.
he?
He's got that
What, in the semi?
He didn't
Last year,
play.
does he?
He was there. He was
He
in
didn't
the
play.
team.
He missed it. He missed
didn't
it.
play.
He joined Chelsea before they got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed
He
it.
never played
He
the
even
semi.
talked about it. He missed it.
Like when the league season finished, he came to join us and train with us. So
Yeah.
when we were
Yeah.
playing Bayern Munich, he was in the stands with our team, not with us.
Yeah,
So the only ones we've got are flipping Ziyech. I don't know if Jorginho's Kante. He's just a big game player. I'm not saying he's played a semi-final because he has. I don't think he has for us. Champions League.
not
He
for us,
hasn't.
but World Cup though.
Jorginho hasn't played semi-final.
No, but
Most of our team, apart from the back line, really,
well, Kante
and
has
Ziyech.
played a semi-final on a big stage like a World Cup. So
Yeah,
that is
but
experience.
I'm talking. Yeah. He's
Not
a big
Champions
game player,
League.
but Ziyech, Kante, Thiago Silva, and Asby.
all been in European
Christensen's
semi-finals and
played
stuff.
Europa.
Yeah, Christensen had most of the run to the
I
Europa
forgot.
League final and the final.
Oh
In
yeah,
the final, yeah, he did. So, yeah.
All in the back
there's a
four,
bit of
by the way.
experience. What?
Oh no, I was just saying all in the back four, but then I realised half the
Oh,
teams. who played in the
okay.
World
I think
Cup
should we
match
go back
anyway.
for?
It don't mean anything.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, Jem, I see your comment as well. My only thing is, I'm not sure if Silva is fully fit because it's a Saturday to Tuesday kickoff. So that's my only question mark there. If he's fully fit, he starts over Christensen. No question about it. I said we need experience when it comes to semi-finals of Champions League, especially at the back. So I'll take that. That fully understands for me. That's why my more of a question is who plays at right centre-back. Because I do think there's a debate there. Left centre-back, Rudiger has that on lock and no one's taking that position from him. Right centre-back, there's a question. It could be Aspi, it could be Christensen, it could be one or the other.
You think he does the same?
I think it'd be Aspi because if you noticed under Tuchel, I don't think Aspi's actually missed a single minute really. Like maybe he's got subbed off near the end, but he's always started for him. I think he relies on him.
I understood that why he played him at wing back, even if it didn't necessarily work because it protected us from counter attacks. Defensively, it kept us a lot more solid.
That was only if he didn't get caught too high up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He did get caught because there was one time where he couldn't get back, and I think it was Lingard was running through, and we all noticed it on the watch along. I think for me, Dave has to play just because that's been our best back line over the course of the whole season. I mean, our best back three over the course of the season has been probably Silva or Christensen, but I think Silva needs to play for the experience thing and the fact it's a Champions League semi-final, Aspi, and then Rudiger. For me, the only debate in this team is the front three. For me,
yeah. It's definitely a debate for the front three.
So who you go? I mean, me personally, I want Havertz, Mount, and I'd play Pulisic. Yeah, they're the three.
I would play Werner, Kai Havertz, and Mount. Yeah, I was thinking about Ziyech because Ziyech and Werner together are pretty good.
No,
but
Ziyech off the bench.
They are pretty good together, and you can't deny that. They have actually got a link up going, and you can't deny that part. But I would say Mount because then he can drop deeper. But Ziyech is a shout, I think.
Yeah.
Billy Gilmore's posted.
I think Giroud.
What you going to say? Shout, Dan.
I put him in the conversation. Sorry,
Billy Gilmore. Can't be
Oh,
asked.
Yeah, he's
my
posted.
days.
He's training. There's a Champions League gear on.
This Brexit agenda. Oh my days.
I thought we had a different Johnny.
Can I just say about this guy? I can't pronounce your name, but don't say about Hazard being a snake.
Hazard's not.
Please.
Hazard's nowhere near.
There's
Courtois
no
went
difference.
AWOL and worked for Real Madrid for 3 years before joining us. Eden Hazard left in the best way possible.
Hazard's effectively killed any chance of being a success at Real Madrid to stay at Chelsea for longer. Realistically speaking, he's killed any chance he has of being like he'll be in a similar mold to Gareth Bale, where it's like he might get success in like he'll win stuff, but he'll never be thought of as like a guy. And that's because he stayed. He stayed at us for a few too many years. If he'd gone a few years earlier, he could have been up there with like, you know, in the same conversation as some others, but he killed any chance of that.
Yeah, he could have gone to join Real Madrid any time if he was serious about it. I thought if he really wanted it, he would have left after 14-15, won the league. You've done everything you have to do in England, to be honest. Leave. But he chose to stay for another 4 years. Seen our banter era come and go with Eden Hazard there. And he was the one carrying us through it. He didn't have to do that. He wanted to leave in 2018 just like Courtois did. Courtois went AWOL, skipped training to force a move. Hazard said, I'll stay for 1 more year, make sure you guys are stabilised, and then I'll leave.
Hazard is not.
I'm pretty sure Hazard said he wants to. If he does, he wants to leave in the right time, and I think he did left in the right time.
And look at
the Europa League final was the perfect ending. It was like the Didier Drogba light version. 2 goals and assists against the Europa League final.
And he could tell it was emotional. He was upset by leaving. He was genuinely upset. Courtois, he didn't give a fuck, mate. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, fuck
of course
that
not.
He's a rat. He will always be a rat.
I respect Courtois as a keeper, but as a person, he's not the greatest.
I am not even giving his goalkeeping talents any credit. Fuck him. He don't deserve it.
I'd rather have Kepa, man. I'd rather have Kepa.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
No way.
Give me Kepa.
Right now, Kepa's good.
At least, you know what? At least Kepa's loyal, man. Look, Kepa's loyal.
He's not even.
Yeah,
he's not even.
He's not playing, and he's still there. He's not forcing the move.
Yeah, he refuses to leave the pitch in a Chelsea shirt, let alone leave the club.
He's not even a loyal friend, bruv. He tried to pepper De Bruyne's girlfriend as well. Fuck Courtois.
He screwed Genk over the same way he screwed us over.
I want to put Kepa. We've got to put Courtois in the Kepa penitentiary, man. Just stick him in there anyway.
He needs to go to real life.
Courtois and Timo Werner's penitentiary. Wait.
Stick him in every penitentiary, man. Stick him in everyone's penitentiary.
So would you not say
I want a Werner goal against him so bad.
Can I ask a question? Right, can I ask a question, Lewis?
Money, mate.
Question. If Hazard plays against us and Christensen's played the defence and it's a clean sheet, does Hazard go in the penitentiary?
He's got to.
He might get a free card.
He gets his own win. He gets his own win, but he's got to go.
Give him a nicer wing or something.
Nah.
Give him.
You have to give him a nice wing or something like that.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I knew he did it.
We treat Eden Hazard nice. We treat Eden Hazard nice. Don't worry. He doesn't get the jail cell or anything like that. He's got his Courvoisier. He's got his Xbox. He's got presents in the background and everything. He's nice. We treat him well. Don't worry. He won't get locked up or anything like
that. You think he starts tomorrow, though?
No.
I don't think he starts either. Yeah.
What's Fata put up here? Yes. Send that over to me, please.
The thing is, Timo can definitely do something like that. He has it.
100%.
We know we can do something like that. So that'd be amazing.
Can't we put Mount on there? I prefer if Mount was on there, man. Come on, man.
There's gonna be room to get behind their back line for sure.
If what?
Yeah.
I think there's definitely gonna be room for him to get behind that line. So
it depends on if we.
Oh yeah. Even I think Pulisic can get back there too.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we've got to exploit it and make sure. I know our midfielders don't tend to do this, but if they play balls in behind, then we can really get them on the back foot. But we just never play those passes.
Well, I'm not sure Timo is going to start, but if you notice when he plays with Pulisic, he does drift wide a lot, and Pulisic kind of fills into that 9. And there's lots of space for them usually. You know, it's just a matter of finding the ball. But
they move around.
I actually
for
I actually
with
think
Mount as
Asby.
well.
I actually think Asby might be a game that he doesn't start. I think that back three with Christensen on the right. I think he was testing that the last couple of games with Silva to make sure Christensen could fill in there, and he's been pretty good. His passing is great from there. I think that back three could be Silva, Christensen, and Rudiger, at least for this first leg.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to be for the first leg.
If he does that, then I reckon he plays Aspi at right wing back. I reckon Aspi definitely plays.
Oh God, no!
Yeah,
fucking no!
It's possible.
I think it's going to happen. He's our captain.
Possible.
Like he trusts him. I don't think he wants him out of the squad. I think Christensen's in such good form, and I think I agree with Josh. Him playing him on the right is like a bit of a test. So if he passes the test, then he's going to play against Real Madrid. But I don't think that means Aspi's missing out.
No, I don't put him on. I don't. After that West Ham game, I don't want to see him at right wing back again, man.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
beating all ends up every single time.
Yeah, and he said it though. Actually, maybe not, because Tuchel said it in the post-match interview. He was like, Aspi got the runaround, so he knows. And
that was by no offense to him, but that was by Jesse Lingard. And I know he's in form at the minute, but you're talking about Jesse Lingard, like
for real.
No, thank you.
I think Odoi should start. He doesn't offer you anything going forward.
What I would say is,
honestly, he keeps trying the Morata ball. You know that little like it's not even a long ball, the little like loop cross that he always used to put in for Morata. He kept trying that all the fucking time. It's like, no, thank you.
Wait, so who do you guys think should start at right wing back?
James.
Reece James.
But then Reece James, like, he slows down our play, man. That's the thing about Reece James.
Oh, come on.
But I like Reece James.
I agree, but I still think he should play.
I think he should play in this one.
Yeah.
They'll need his pace and his physicality on the right wing.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially, I think Tuchel said he wants to be more aggressive in the first leg. I think putting Reece there in the first leg gives you that a bit more aggression, and then if you get a goal, maybe you can play Asby in the second leg to sort of kind of shore up the back line. But
no, I play Hudson-Odoi in the second leg.
You might see Tammy play. He can't. He's too slow, man.
Yeah, but
I don't know whether you're taking a piss or not. I really can't.
I thought Callum should have started the West Ham game. I was a bit surprised he didn't start on the right wing for that game, but.
He should have started the Brighton game and the West Ham game. But
I
don't think Tuchel fancies him, man. I think we're gonna have to get used to that. I don't think he's gonna start any of these games.
And to be fair, I said this on the watch along, like before the game. There's got to be something in this. This is 3 different managers now. 3 different managers haven't taken a liking to him, and I know he's young, but if 3 different managers
he's still only 20, and you think about the way, like, I'm not saying he's that level, but like the way Pep Guardiola's like drip feeded Foden into the team. Like Foden's only started getting into the Man City team now when he's been like really good for like 2 or 3 years. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe he doesn't trust him to go like all the way yet. Maybe it's similar to how Sarri did.
He might not just have. He might not have all the minerals yet. He's got some minerals, but he might not have all of it.
Whenever I watch him, I'm just like,
not enough minerals as money, Mace.
Nah. Mal's got all the minerals you need.
I think Mal's gonna have a good game tomorrow, man. I can see it. He's gonna have a good game.
I think they struggle with a position for him. It's like he's played everywhere. You know, left side, right side, wing back. It's like the managers don't seem to quite know where to fit him in at. You know, I mean,
he's so good.
He's always electric. He's electric when he gets on the pitch.
Yeah.
What was that, Johnny? Sorry, man.
Yeah. He's so versatile. That's the issue. He offers his attributes allow him to play in different positions, but I think Tuchel's trying to find the position that basically allows all of these attributes to come together and all work. But when you put him in like certain positions, it might not benefit everything. Do you know what I mean? So it's all tactics, and it all depends on who you're playing as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to go back on resting Mason Mount and all this, or he might rest him. I don't think he will. I think he's going to play him. He has to play.
He's a must start.
He's our best player.
Sure.
I think there's a chance he might. I think there is a chance he might bench him because how much he's played, and if he does, it'd be for Ziyech because the link up, and maybe if he does play Werner, them two together are pretty good.
If Ziyech plays instead of Mount and he doesn't pull his weight or or anything like that, he's got to be off straight away. He's got to be off.
I
There's
think
no
he will make the
complacency
change. Yeah,
with him. You
But then
can't,
Ziyech, like, he steps up
afford
in
to
big
wait
games.
for Ziyech to make
he does.
a shit
He steps up in
mistake
big games.
or
I'll give that
lose
to
the
him.
ball 10 times. You know, I don't. In a game like this, you get punished, and I just feel like Ziyech is more of an impact player for me. Bring him up, bring him off the bench. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't start him, but knowing Tuchel the way he is, he'll probably start Ziyech.
I just don't think
I don't think
Ziyech
there's
should suit
any
the
way he
score
doesn't
much
play
anyway.
Mason.
We all talk about Ziyech being the key to unlocking low blocks in the first half of the season, but like that's just fallen off a cliff this season, and he only looks better when he's in space. And I don't
Did
think he
anyone-
gets that space against Madrid, so I wouldn't play
I
him.
think he might do. He will get more space in this game than he will in the reverse leg.
You don't
It's
think
a,
he gets
in a
space?
European game. He has a bit more time than he does in the Premiership, which does benefit Ziyech. So I give him that.
Yeah.
But
Also, as well, the fact that he'll be playing against either a guy who's mainly a centre back or a very aging left back whose legs are gone, it's not the
Might
worst.
well.
Oh, I
idea.
love that.
But then if you put a Mount next on him or an Adoy, it's like they're going to just glide past them. If anyone watched the Mason Mount compilation against West Ham, the touches and the movement of the kid, just beautiful to watch. You know, we needed that in our locker in the final third. We need that.
And the touch on the ball from Christensen was just, I mean, that was lights out. That's as good as a touch as you'll see. The ball over the top from Christensen that he brought down.
Oh,
I mean,
he
just-
brought it down.
Quality.
yeah,
No,
I mean,
to
it's
Mount.
as good as a touch as you'll see. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, that was special. It's
But
Apparently, he
I
can
love-
only play in the middle of a back three. That's what I heard.
Who's that?
Apparently, you can only play in the middle of a back three.
Yeah.
I think if Havertz starts, I don't think Ziyech and Havertz should play together, man. Because like they make the same type of runs. So if Havertz starts, I don't think Ziyech should start.
No, I kind of see that actually.
Yeah.
I see that. Because
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Ziyech
no, I
came
hear
on
that.
for West Ham, against West Ham, you had Tammy, didn't you? And Ziyech was playing that kind of false 9-10 role. I wouldn't say false 9, but he was sort of roaming in that middle position. Whereas when you got Havertz, he's more stuck to the sort of right side, and he doesn't really come inside. But without Havertz, he does. He comes in, he drifts inside in the middle. So I do get that. But for me, you got to play Havertz, man. You have to play Havertz.
So that's what I'm saying. If we start Havertz, I don't think Ziyech should start.
Yeah, you got to play Havertz. I'd have Havertz over if you're going to play Ziyech. Yeah, well, if you got Ziyech in your thought process, and you're like one or the other, I'm picking Havertz all day long, and I'll have Mount.
But don't you think like maybe Ziyech like with Kai Havertz, like Ziyech can ping it to Kai Havertz's head or something?
They don't play good together,
like,
man.
Is like pardon?
Ziyech and Havertz can't play together because like they make this, like I said, they make the same type of runs, man. Like they like to. I feel like Ziyech is not a winger. He's more of a 10.
No, Ziyech is more of a 10. I feel like, I do agree. Like, it's who knows really. Like Tuchel with his lineups is a bit random at times, but it works out most of the time. So
anyone who watched the Ziyech compilations, they got conned, man, into thinking that this guy's some dribbling winger.
I don't know. I watch good edit comps, like like effects and stuff normally, but I don't watch match
If
ones.
anyone watched those comps and thought he was a winger, that's on you. You're a fucking idiot. All you have to do is watch him play to realise he's not a winger. Watch Ajax.
He can play on the right, but then he can drift.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like anyone who watched those comps and watched him play for Ajax in the Champions League and thought he was a winger, that's on you. That's fully on you.
Maybe.
He's not a winger. He's never been a winger. Like,
well, he has played on the wing, but I think
he's not been an out-and-out winger. He might have played there, but like Mount's played there. Would you say Mount's a winger?
No, but I don't know.
Mount
he's
plays
a better
anywhere.
10.
He plays anywhere, Mount, doesn't he? So,
I've seen
right now.
Wow,
Except
I
don't ever want to see him in a pivot again this season. That can't happen.
Listen, he's got plenty of time.
Johnny would have Mount in goal.
I don't mind that in the future. Maybe he can adapt to it. This season, that's done for me. The games are too hot. The games are too risky now to ever risk
No, they're
that.
too hot. They're too hot right now. I agree.
Yeah, but in the
he's
future,
he's
maybe.
got time to
But
learn
he needs someone next to him, and he needs to learn the roles and responsibilities of that position first.
Yeah, not
Because he was still
Jorginho.
playing like he was an attacking 8. Not an attacking
I
8. He
don't-
was still playing like he was an
He could
inside forward.
he could be part of a 3-man midfield. A sitter.
Yeah, easily.
You can have him with someone else. That'll work. But in a double
Him,
pivot, I don't
Kante
think.
and a destroyer DM would actually be kind of mad. Or him
Yeah,
Kovacic
that
destroyer
would be
DM would actually be
sick.
kind of mad.
That'd be sick.
Really good.
Yeah,
That's
Mount
what I
is the
think.
most
That's
advanced
what.
one out of the 3.
Do you think that's what Tuchel's got in mind then?
I think so. If he wants to go and play what he normally does, which, like, apart from that year with PSG where he went to 4-2-2, but that was more because of Icardi turned into just some like amazing striker. He plays 4-3-3. That's what he likes to play. That's what he's like used to playing. And even though he can adapt, the managers will always have the system they like to go back to, and that was a 4-3-3. So depends if he wants to go back to that next season. Part of me hopes he does, or at least a 4-2-2, just because then we have a bit more going forward.
He's got the options though. He's got options. Once he makes that signing, he's got the options.
It's a headache selection that Tuchel gonna make eventually.
Honestly, it's not a bad thing. I'd rather have
I think
that.
tomorrow, Jorginho, man, he's got to step up, bro. Jorginho.
Have we been linked with any destroyer DMs though? I haven't really read a lot about us being linked with.
I think in terms of DM, we haven't got many options. I think you got
we've got options, but all of them are like Kante, where they like to roam, or they're like they won't sit. There's very few at the minute who like proper destroy DMs or sit.
Right. Yeah.
Because I keep seeing Kessie mentioned. Kessie's not a sitter. Kessie's a box to box.
I don't really want him at Chelsea.
What about like a Milinkovic-Savic?
He's not a sitter. He's an attacking midfielder.
Yeah. If we're gonna go for DM, I really want Declan Rice. If it's for
honestly,
DM.
And this ain't just me saying it because it's Rice. Like the only two I can think of that would be possible to get, and I say possible because of who they play for, is Rice and Ndidi, and even then they're going to cost you fucking loads. Those are the only two that come to mind that are like proper sitters.
No, I really like watching Declan Rice. I think he's a good player. But if we are looking for a DM, for me, that's the man to go for. It's all depending on what price we can go for too.
Rice to me wouldn't really work in the possession-based system, and he costs way too much for me anyway.
You need someone with that Spanish touch as well, you know.
Yeah, the price is just insane on Rice.
There's no good Spanish players.
You know that first touch. You've got to have a beautiful first touch. I want players with first touches, man. You look at the Spain when they won the World Cup, the Euros. Every one of their players was just first touch, wonderful. Buys you that extra second.
Jorginho's got a great first touch.
Hey, Johnny, how's your blood pressure, man?
Blood pressure's calm right now, man. It's calm. During the West Ham game, it was a bit up and down, I ain't going to lie. But yeah, it's calm right now. Cheers.
Johnny's always calm. He's always milking about Mount, but yeah.
Yeah, him and Mount, man.
Wait till Mount scores against Real, man. Then rockets are getting launched.
I hope he does, man. I hope he does.
Courtois. Nothing.
I think he's gonna play. I think he's gonna play the same team as the West Ham, but maybe put Reece James in, and then I don't know, man.
Reece is definitely a player for you. That's what he saved him for.
I think the same thing, except I think you'll see Havertz for Werner up top. He'll
yeah, something like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I feel like Werner be pushed to left then.
No.
Yeah,
you
but
got to play Pulisic.
Pulisic is playing. Yeah, if he's playing too good right now, and he's really our only sort of. He's really our, aside from Mount, he's like the only creative guy going forward who can take a guy one-on-one.
But
Werner's not doing that.
But Ziyech has a good history with Real Madrid, you know. He did well with them. When he was there,
this is what I'm saying, that Ziyech has to start against Real Madrid.
Do you know what's funny? We can't predict what Tuchel will do, and he always has his reasons in it. So, do you know what I'm saying? Whoever he plays, it's a reason why he plays them in it. Do you get
out of our front line, Pulisic, Mount, Havertz have all got that Spanish first touch. Everyone else is a bit, you know.
Yes, as well, man. Ziyech is cold, man.
Yeah, he can, but it's not consistent enough.
Yeah, true.
If he was consistent,
Are you
like
scared
Pulisic-
about? Are you more worried about his, overall work rate or something?
No, but he's a luxury player, isn't he?
He's
not
very
supposed
luxury.
to. He's not supposed to work hard. Do you get it? No, I know he's supposed to work hard, but you know what I mean, innit? He's more of a ball player, innit? He's not supposed to get the ball back, innit? You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to say because when Ziyech turns it on, he's fantastic and he really does offer us something different. But when he doesn't, or for the period in the game where he doesn't do anything, or he's very sloppy, he's so frustrating and he can cost us against a team like Madrid.
Johnny, do you know what it is? It's the system, innit? The system don't really help him because Ziyech is like a 10/false winger, innit? So the system that he's playing, that's why Mount is good for the system because he's counter press and he's good on the ball as well. So Ziyech is only good on the ball. He can't really counter press. So you know what I'm saying? It's not really his fault, innit? He's trying. So
yeah, I hear that.
He's almost in like that late stage Fabregas mold where you just want that ball. You want that one ball from him. If he can produce you that like one little bit of magic, which he does have. He has that in his bag. He can make that one pass to unlock somebody or whatever. But yeah, his position is weird. He's not. When you watch him play, he just kind of hangs out in the spot, waits for the ball.
For spaces,
the problem is you need to give Ziyech a free role, but if you've got Pulisic in there and a Havertz, it's like you're restricting. You're kind of isolating them to their specific positions, and you're going to have to say to Ziyech, have a free role, but you don't offer me any pressing or any defensive work.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Johnny.
Well, are you more scared that
the system don't really help him?
Tracking back though if in case we get counter attack.
Say that again.
Are you more scary about Ziyech not tracking back though? In case we get.
Well, I think Modric and Kroos and all these players will leave him for dead, just with their ability of playing the game, their intelligence. It's their speed of thought, not so much their speed of play, if that makes sense.
But Johnny,
it's their speed of thought.
Johnny,
what do you mean by speed of thought? What do you mean by
Johnny?
Like what? Sorry, what ball to play? Like knowing, like before, as the ball's coming to them, they already know what they're going to do.
Yeah, but Johnny, remember that Ziyech was a part of that Ajax team that knocked.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I know. He's got it in him. He's got it in his locker. It's just, is he going to deliver it? That's the thing. It's a risk.
No, he could, because look, Atletico, he did well. You know what I'm saying? Like he could deliver. He's got experience against these lot. So you know what I'm trying to say? Like whoever Tuchel plays, I'm backing in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because do you know, like Tuchel's always got a plan. He knows what he's doing, innit? Like he knows what he's doing. He knows.
I trust whatever side he picks. I trust.
Yeah, trust me.
I've said that from day dot.
Hey, but you know when Werner scored, I don't know. I was so gassed. I don't know. I was so gassed, fam. Like,
it's because we just want to see
never
him
scored.
Well, and it's been
never
so
scored.
long.
The way he scored,
you know when you see those strikers that are working their arse off and it's just not working out for them, and they finally score, and you feel so gassed. It's like the Torres vibe again.
I thought he won us the league or some shit. I was like, yo, like,
his goals will be celebrated like Torres goals.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Luis is right.
He could have bagged 4 in that game, honestly.
That was a Torres moment when Torres scored against West Ham, although it was at the bridge, but still.
All right, but Timo Werner, I just hope he comes good, man. I just hope he comes good in it, because it's just getting annoying, in it. I hope he does come good next season, and I'm giving him another season, in it. That's it. Another season.
Tammy starts tomorrow.
Say that again.
If Tammy starts tomorrow?
It's not happening.
Boy, I don't know, man. Tuchel's got his ideas, isn't it?
Than that happening.
Tuchel's give his reasons why, innit? So
that picture's.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I just got your message.
Oh, the son. Yeah, why was he crying, bruv? Weirdo. He cries, bruv. Why is he crying?
Yeah, like he didn't drop a 2 out of 10 for 90 minutes.
Bruv, Tottenham players are funny, bruv. Like, if you want to win trophies, leave the club. Why are you at a club where you know you're not going to win? I don't understand.
Yo,
I don't know, man. And cry about it. I don't know.
Would you guys sign Son?
Yeah.
The chance for him to win trophies at us after failing.
He's very.
You know how much chance he can
I'll take him.
And plus, he'd still walk into our team anyway. He'd probably be our best winger.
Of
Yeah,
course.
he would, because he doesn't get injured.
Lewis, check
Yo,
your DM, bro.
to me,
Ah,
this is the
what you
last.
sent me now.
This is the last season I'm giving Pulisic though.
Yeah, one more season, innit?
Oh
Because
my gosh.
if yeah, big up Josh.
The absolute
No, but for
What up,
real.
Vic?
oh my
But big up. What me answer still, like honestly, like I know Pulisic is our number 10, yeah? But
Yeah.
he doesn't he's not giving it
I look
that
what this guy sent me.
word.
Mason Mount has all the moments he could want. Johnny and Mount,
Johnny,
bro.
man.
No,
Johnny
Yo,
needs
the
to
man
meet Mason
himself.
Mount, bro. Johnny and Mason Mount got some, I don't know, they might be related, you know. Johnny, you related to this guy?
No comment, man. No comment.
Yo,
man.
we need
See, yeah, man said no comment as well. You didn't even deny it.
Bro, you man are related, fam.
I'm not related, man.
Yeah, you lot are
yo,
Your
related.
name's Defo Johnny Mount.
yo, we
That
need,
is
we need, we need to
It's
get the
not.
number 10 from Pulisic, bro, and give it to Mount.
Word.
Gandhi knows ball, man. Yes, Puffy.
Bro, Mount, to me, Mount look like a better number 10, you know. Even though Pulisic is our number 10, but honestly, Mason Mount, he's playing like a real number 10. I would give him
Yeah.
the number 10, to be honest.
Big up, Vitmus, mate.
No, for real. You know, see how the man play, bro, all against West Ham. Like shots, beating defenders. He remind me of a little bit of Hazard. Not
Oh,
the
it's
full,
Joe that sent it.
You got to think he
Nah, but
wants that Lampard
Yeah,
8 though,
Josh
right?
sent it, man.
Vitmus,
Brilliant.
I think we
Yes,
need to
Josh.
wait. We need to wait and see when Havertz like becomes like mad good as well, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because Mount on form is probably the best player on form, but talent wise, Havertz, man. You can't. We ain't seen it this season, but Havertz is talented. And Pulisic, if he stays fit and has a clean run, come on, man.
No,
You know what
but
I'm trying to say, man.
Pulisic has been fit for the past few weeks, and he doesn't look nothing like he looked last season, bro.
No, he's done his thing, man. Come on, man. In the last 4 games, how much he scored in the last 4 games? He scored like 4 goals or something. In the last
Bro,
4
the
games.
man scored tap-ins, bro. A tap-in the man has scored, bro.
Oh, come on. Goals
Right,
a goal, man. Man.
Would you want to see Pulisic start tomorrow, though? Because obviously, like, some of us would. But in terms of trying to ease him in, I think tomorrow's a good time, though, for him to, to come on.
But he has to show why, like, do you know what I'm saying? We bought him, innit?
Yeah, father.
Like, show, because he's going up against Hazard. He's flipping his dad, innit? So he has to perform.
Bro, when last Pulisic dribble past somebody?
I don't know, man.
In the West Ham game.
Yeah.
But him not. But him not dribble like before, bro.
He not make the player.
Hey, Vitmus, low key, I don't think Pulisic wanted to play the West Ham game. Even in the press conference today, he said, "Listen, I've been waiting for this Madrid game." So, do you know what I'm trying to say? When a man's speaking like that, just know tomorrow, if he starts, he's gonna be ready. Innit?
Bro,
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
fucking better be with these words I'm hearing.
Yo, his touch and all of that is good. I can't say anything about his touch and how he turns and thing and his movement. But whenever he has the ball and he comes up against 2 defenders, or he doesn't seem confident to go past them all the while. Like what last season, he was dribbling past 2-3 players at a time. I'm like, yo,
Vitmus, I think he's adjusting, innit? He's adjusting. I don't think he wants to pick up an injury again, innit? So I feel like someone's probably told him, yo, we like what you're doing, but you need to relax because you're gonna catch an injury. So I don't know, man.
Well, and he's got a bit more talent around him this year too than last year, So he doesn't have to do it by himself.
You're right.
Yeah, but it's still hide his natural talent to dribble past people, bro.
If Vitmus was his coach, he'd slap him.
I'm not pressuring him, but if you're gonna wear the number 10 of Chelsea, or the previous person wore it was Eden Hazard, who made defenders. Like, it took 3 players to try to block Hazard.
Vitmus, remember Hazard at 22, and remember, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this guy will become a world star, Pulisic. I believe it, if he stays fit.
Yeah, but, bro, Hazard at 22 is still better than Pulisic at 22, bro.
I know, but Pulisic is just injuries.
Fair, that's not fair. Hazard's like, he's a top 5 world-class guy when he was with us.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there are similarities in it. You know what I mean? Like, there are similarities. The way they dribble, it is kind of similar. I know Hazard is way better than him, but it's similar, isn't it? It is similar.
Bro, he's Hazard like. He's Hazard like. You know, like you could see he has that in his bag. Like it's a similar style of dribbling, but nobody has.
He needs to go gym, bro. He's very feeble. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, you see him, he's very
He's very massive for his size. He's very hard to push off the ball. And
Hazard has his legs are tree trunks.
Yeah, he's the
the thing is, I know you say he's scared of being injured, but when Beckham broke his leg, he didn't stop playing football. He didn't turn back. He came back and still played the football that he always
Who you say, Beckham?
No, I'm just saying when someone gets injured, they don't say, "Oh, I'm scared." Like if someone who loves riding bicycle, if they break their leg riding a bicycle, when they get back to 100%, they're not gonna stop riding a bicycle.
But I think, I think it's a mental thing because imagine you're Pulisic, you know you're mad talented and you're getting injured all the time, fam. Come on, man. You don't want to get injured again, fam.
You know the thing about it though, when we all here sitting, what we expect from the club and the players, it's totally different than how we will think about them the way you're talking about Pulisic now. Because how long are we going to sit here spending all this money and getting all these top players at the club and not win anything and play as though we expect the players to play? We are playing the same kind of football like Manchester City right now, where we hold the possession. But look at City to us. City have damaged players with talent to damage defense when they sit back. Our team, we're scoring like 1 goal per game, and if you look at it, that's not looking good going forward.
But we've got the most clean sheets, man, in Europe, man.
Aren't we actually joint in clean sheets in the Premier League now? 17-17 with Man
We've got
City.
28 clean sheets, all competitions. Come on,
yeah, but
Vitmus, in Europe.
Vitmus, you have to understand, Vitmus. I hate what you're saying. Look, I'm frustrated as well. I want us to score more goals. The West Ham match, we should have scored more goals. But you have to understand the personnel that we got. We can't play 4 at the back because he doesn't trust any of them to play 2 centre-backs at the back. So he has to go 3. We suffer from it. So we have to do what we have to do. Next season, when he buys his players and he integrates the players together, then we might see a 4 at the back. Maybe we'll see entertaining football. But right now, we got to suffer in it. You know what I'm trying to say? If this wins us the Champions League, then I don't give a fuck, bro. Yeah.
Are we excited about Varane?
Boring to watch. That's the baddest thing. It ain't even that boring to watch.
It's not that boring. It's just the Brighton game pissed me off.
No, it's not boring. It's still, bro. I'm not talking about Tuchel's tactics. I'm talking about individual players here. That we need players that when they go on the pitch, just like Mason Mount. Even though I'm not just saying Mason Mount because Johnny is here, but when Mason Mount goes on the pitch,
this Johnny guy, man,
he puts 100% in trying to get the job done. Like you can't. There's no joke about Mount. When Mount is on the field, he plays every single bit of his heart in that team, as you can see. So
where's his heart on the sleeve, man?
When I'm looking at Pulisic, and I'm like, come on, Pulisic, we know the talent you got. Don't be shy. Take players on. Show us what you can do that you do last season. I don't care.
It's different though, man. It's different though. Mason Mount don't really get injured.
I say he did that. I say he did that for sure against Porto. I mean, he got fouled 11 times.
11. Vitmus, they were trying to break his ankle.
Bro,
how has one club just targeted you?
In the Porto game, the man over dribble and have the ball for release passes early and still get fouled. No, man. Brother, I'm not pick up phenomenon, bro. The man, brother, countless of time in that Porto game, we caught Porto out like 3 against 3 or 4 against 3. And Pulisic over dribble and then get fouled. What about when you beat that first man, release the ball wide so we can get a goal? You try to beat the other man, get fouled, Porto team come back behind the ball. Bro, it's up here as well, bro. Intelligent football playing, bro. It's not about, get fouled. It's playing intelligent, bro. When Hazard dribbles, Hazard can go past 2 more players. But what he does, he looks over and see a man making the run. And
but it's different, isn't it? Hazard's world class. This guy's still
but it's football, bro. Then who Pulisic been watching when he was a little boy and saying he wants to be a footballer? He been watching the best players.
He said Figo is his idol. He said Figo is his idol. That's what he said.
Yeah, but Figo is the man who loves assists as well. So what you saying?
I hear you, Vitmus, innit? I hear you, innit? Because look, I'm probably biased. I'm like Johnny, innit? I want Pulisic to start regardless. Like how he likes Mount, I like Pulisic, innit? I can't lie.
I like Pulisic too.
The thing is, we just got to wait, innit? We just give him another season.
liking him and knowing the job he has to do for the club is big, way different.
He is starting to step it up now. Now he's been eased in. He's building his match sharpness and fitness up. You know, he's not. He doesn't look like he'll get injured. Do you know what I mean? He looks pretty robust at the minute, and he's playing a lot of minutes now. So if he was going to get injured again, and he's very injury prone, he probably would have already been injured by now.
That's true.
And right now, for me, Pulisic, out of everyone in our squad, who can turn a game, who can create something out of nothing, so to speak, would be Pulisic on his day. He's unplayable.
No, bro.
I think he is, man. I
can't
really
believe
do.
you said that. Oh, you said that.
You don't think he's unplayable?
You don't think he's unplayable on his day?
man.
On his day? On his day? On his day? Remember
He's
Liverpool
very
last year?
dangerous.
On his prime, I would
On
say
his
he's
day. On
unplayable.
his day. I'm talking about on his day.
On this day,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you mean on the game? You mean on like
When he's playing and he's on form in the game.
Oh, when he's
Like
playing.
Liverpool, when he turned up
Liverpool.
against Liverpool,
He came
Last
off the bench.
he'd done
Bro,
everyone.
Ankles were getting broken.
That was like Hazard, man. That was like Hazard.
Yeah, but for this season,
Not
it's
this season.
Pulisic. It
No,
is
no.
Mason Mount.
Oh no, of course, yeah. This season.
Yes, me
Mason
talk
Mount's-
about that. Me talk about you know.
Oh, you're talking about this
The right
season,
side
yeah.
row.
I thought we were talking like just generally when he's
No, man.
top form. Like, is he the best? Is he our most dangerous player in the sense of, you know, near enough to Hazard? I would say, yeah, he's that player. But this season, yeah, Mason Mount's clear of everyone. He's clear of competitors as well, man. He's clear of rivals. He's clear of everyone.
And he's just now getting like a run of games too. You know, it's like for this season, yeah, he hasn't been as good as he was last year, but he's just now getting a run of games in the starting 11. Just now getting his feet back under him. I mean,
Yo, this is for the people, bro. This is for the people, guys in the chat. I'm not having a go at Pulisic. I just expect more from him. I like Pulisic, but we need, bro. At the end of the day, you know, I know I've been watching Chelsea for years, and I know what the fans are like. No, a lot of people will be here blessing people and blessing the players, and then the next season, or even the coach, we'll be putting a knife at their throats. So I'm just being a Chelsea fan who I've been all the years, bro. I expect better. We expect better. So it's not just because we are on the green side of the grass now with Tuchel. A lot of people might shy off of what the main things are, what we should be looking at. But if the grass wasn't green at this point now, a lot of things that are happening now, people will be talking about it and arguing and saying, oh, yes, it's true. But because the grass is greener at this moment, we are looking at things a little bit
Do you know what, Vitmus? I had countless debates, like proper heated debates to certain Chelsea fans who.
What about Mount?
No. Well, about Mount goes without saying, but I'm talking Pulisic, and there was a lot of people that wanted him sold, and I was going mad at them. I was saying to him, and this was when he was out injured, and he came back and got a little knock, and I was like, listen, wait for him to be eased in, wait for him to get that match fitness and sharpness, and when he does. He's going to be our most dangerous player in that final third, arguably with Mount this season, yes. But for the latter part of the season, he could be that difference in the big games against Real Madrid and the Champions Leagues and the FA Cup finals. He could be that player.
Yeah,
because I don't see it from Adoy. Ziyech, we know it's there, but it's not there. And Havertz, he's still finding himself. He's for the future. So if you look at all of them, Pulisic, for me, he's a gifted player. Like, he's so gifted.
But the thing is, I am not, as I said, I am not having a go at him. I just want to see him do good. I didn't want him to go. I think he deserves to wear the number 10. Of course, he's the best, like not to say playmaker, but yeah, the best winger we have at this moment. You understand me? But if we look at how Chelsea play and the way we have been playing for the past few months, we have no damaging wingers. we have a midfielder in Mason Mount playing on the wing and looks okay as a winger.
Yeah.
We have other wingers in the team that are not playing as well as a man that is not a winger. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because Adoy's not. Ziyech
I think we're
isn't.
playing 2
Pulisic
tens,
has
isn't
been
it?
out.
He plays 2 tens,
and
isn't
that's
it? So
and that backs my argument. What I was saying start of the season when we were under Frank. What options did he have, man? He had to play Werner on the wing, and we know Werner's not really a winger. He's an off the striker player.
Yeah.
He had to play
he had
Mount on the
Adoy,
wing.
man. He never played Adoy, man.
Yeah, but Adoy,
Never
but you
played
got to
Adoy.
understand Adoy. You see how Tuchel's like easing Adoy in and out. He's sort of like he's not regular, and that's the same thing. But Tuchel's doing it now, but Lampard, he knew he wasn't even ready to be even put in and out like that. He wasn't ready, man. He'd come back from a really bad injury. You got to understand that.
Johnny, I think at that time, when people were out of form under Lampard, he should have played Adoy. He didn't. He didn't.
But what
really
if he
play.
goes and gets another injury and then you've lost him for another 6 months?
But it's a risk, innit? Because
Well,
if
yeah,
things
but
are not going,
I wouldn't take that risk on a
but if
young
things are not
kid.
going well, Johnny, you have to change it around. You have to change personnel. Do you get
Yeah,
it?
but he had enough. Let's be real. He had enough quality there, man, to just about like. But they
Do
weren't.
Adoy.
They weren't delivering. They weren't
But
delivering.
that was a team. That was
Ziyech didn't deliver, and then he got injured twice. Werner wasn't. He didn't have his shooting boots on.
but the system
Mount was the
not
only
good,
one,
man.
really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that system helped
And
Mount. To be
Pulisic
honest.
was out as well.
That system helped Mount though. 2 8s. He's the only 8 in the team. No one else can do the 8 role.
Yeah, all right. We can say that system's that benefited Mount, but look at the system we're playing now. Mount's still benefiting. Mount will eat off any system.
But that's what I'm saying.
He'll feast.
But if you're just feeding off just one player and you're only accommodating one player, how does that help the whole team, Johnny?
It doesn't.
Exactly.
It's not that it's
plays
helping the whole
Messi.
team, but what other options did he have? Because Havertz wasn't available.
No, but then look, Tuchel's proved.
Havertz is a 10.
Tuchel's
Yeah, but
changed the
Havertz
whole
wasn't
system.
available for Lamps. He was
And then
out.
when
He was out with
when he
injury
brought him
and
back,
COVID.
Yeah, but
But when he brought him back and played him, he played him as the deeper of the 2 8s.
That's what I'm saying.
But he wasn't. He's not adjusted. Havertz. He was not adjusted. Wasn't match fit. Didn't have any kind of consistency and had COVID. There was too many negative issues going around.
No, but
that were
Johnny, when
affecting
Havertz
things.
played for Lampard, he played him number 8 for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
why.
played him deeper of the 2. Mount was the one that had license to get forward.
Exactly. It didn't
That's
really
because
help.
he played. That's because he played his system. That's the way Lamps wanted to play. He was trying to play like what's it? A Liverpool.
Yeah,
I get what he's trying to do, but where he got hurt was he didn't have the players fit and playing together and train together, and they're all in and out at different times.
I disagree, man. You don't spend 71 million for a player to play deep midfield. Come on, man. You don't do that.
But who else?
You don't spend
Who else did you
71 million
have?
for a
Because
player to do that.
you'd have to play Giroud as your striker.
Yeah, but Tuchel just proved that he can get best out of.
Yeah, but he hasn't played Giroud. He's not played Tammy.
They're not great players.
Yeah, but he hasn't. Yeah, but Tuchel's not played them.
Good.
Hardly.
Say that
He's
again?
hardly played Giroud and Tammy. Hardly.
Yeah, but right now we don't really
play
need them,
Giroud
man.
quite a bit.
Yeah, because you got Havertz.
Yeah, he's played Havertz in the false 9. He
Yeah,
did
but
well against
Lamps didn't.
Palace.
That's not my point. Lamps didn't have Havertz.
He did.
I would have liked to have seen them.
He didn't.
I would have liked to have seen them.
He didn't have him.
I just want to read the super chat. But guy, I'm saying stupid Pulisic slander. In peak form, Pulisic is the closest thing we've seen to Eden Hazard. He even took the Hazard level beating against Porto. No, I don't think anyone's taken away from Christian Pulisic's form recently. My only thing is consistent availability, and can he have that in his game? I'm still worried about him until the season's over. It's next season where we can have a full look at whether he can last an entire season. He has to pass that test for me before we can actually let go of any worries that we have about him. Because for me, it's just any game that he plays, I'm worried that he's going to get an injury and he's going to be out for the next 5 or 6 games. Because it just happens like that with him.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I agree with Vitmus, innit? I hear what Vitmus is saying. Like, majority of us want him to do improve in it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But it's just I give him another season in it. I give him another season in it.
If you know, we have something to ask the panel. with the players that we have now,
Yeah.
and starting a fresh season, and it goes to the people in the comments as well. Do we win the title next season with these guys? This squad?
No, we
Well,
don't.
listen, if you ask me, right, the players we've got potentially are competition players for their cup competition. We're a cup competition side. I'm getting my words twisted. Yeah. But for them to win the league, you need consistency and you need a little bit more, I'd say. You need a little bit more up front for sure. And in the midfield.
And a centre back.
Centre back, yeah.
Nah, man, I don't trust any of them in a two.
Yeah, but if you got
No,
Silva, if you got Silva, if you got Silva for at least one season, you might get away with it.
No,
sounds
Johnny,
like Varane might be coming in.
I don't want
Yeah,
Varane.
but even he's whack. He only looks good with Ramos. Why are we spending 61 and $1 million player? A player that only looks good with Ramos. Why?
If we get, I've already said this. If we're getting a French centre back, I want Kimpembe.
Yeah.
Oh yes, please.
Do you think if Pulisic and Mount and Havertz they all spin Varane, we're going to go and buy him?
I don't think we'll buy him anyway.
We're not buying him anyway, man. I don't know. Why would we go for Varane? A guy that looks good with
free
Ramos.
transfer, isn't it? It's free.
Cool.
Guys,
man.
You wouldn't actually want Varane if we could have the option to have him.
I won't take him. He only looks good with Ramos. Last season he got.
Well, he's only played with Ramos pretty much.
Yeah, but
he's playing with Militao now.
Last season, Man City killed him. They killed him. Imagine that.
Yeah, of course, but like defenders can have bad games though, can't they?
Varane is only quick.
I think if Varane comes, like I have a feeling we can play him next to Silva for 1 year, and then
I don't rate
hoping
him,
he
man.
can
I
be the
don't
guy.
rate him. I just think he's quick. That's it.
I rate him, yeah, but I haven't seen enough of him. You might have to tell me. But I think if he comes in, I think 1 year with Thiago Silva, and then and then hopefully he can be like that centre back to partner, like a Rudiger or a Zuma. But I don't know. I feel like I don't think we're gonna look at a big centre back this season. I think if we get a centre back, it's just gonna be to complement Thiago Silva even more in a back four. Because Rudiger's good in a back three, but in a back four, you don't know.
It needs to be someone who can complement Silva, but then also has the experience of, so not next season, but the season after, when I assume Silva will either retire or start fading out from the first team.
No, I think next season. I mean, after next season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So not next season, so the season after will be the more experienced one and can be the one that has so he'll be the Silva of the partnership.
Yeah, but with you, I think we'll do Scotland.
I don't want to get someone young because then you've got the same problem where it's like, right, well, they're both inexperienced now, or they can't lead the back line as well. So I want to go out and get someone like, as I said, like a Marquinhos. I would have said Alaba, who's down Madrid, Kimpembe.
Marquinhos. You see what I think we're gonna do, guys? Yeah, I think like if we get a centre back this summer, I think it's not gonna be one that's gonna come in straight away and be like the big dog that's gonna lead. I think we're gonna stick with Thiago Silva, and then we're either gonna play him next to one of our centre backs now, or we're gonna partner a centre back with him that can play in a back four. Right. And then I think next season, I think we're gonna try to fully get a proper centre back, because when Thiago Silva leaves, we really need to replace him. Man.
Ryan, do you know why I disagree with you? Because if you see the statement he said, if Thiago Silva was to play one of our centre backs right now, why didn't Tuchel do it? No. What's he waiting for?
Nah, because it's not gonna get us I think he'll try it in pre-season. But
Scott, have you seen something?
Yeah, I just saw the suggestion of Koulibaly. I had a little check of how old he is. He's 29. I'd take Koulibaly, to be fair. For 3 years.
You've been linked to him ages.
It's a lot of money.
Any top centre back is going to be a lot of money. This is the thing, unless you get him on a free. But
I'm not worried about the money, but it's like everyone's always linked with him. Koulibaly this, Koulibaly that, and he never goes anywhere. It's kind of weird.
Well, I think our biggest rivals for him.
De Laurentiis, whatever his name is, the chairman.
De Laurentiis is a
twat.
Yeah,
he's an idiot.
Oh, you see, the thing is,
the football director, you mean?
I think our biggest rival with Koulibaly was Liverpool, and they just signed Konate. So
I think it was City, and then City signed Diaz, so they don't need him.
No
one's gonna. This is the thing. No one's gonna go for him as well. So it's not like a case of a Varane or a.
Okay.
I think
But
Koulibaly fell off.
thank
You
you for putting
know? I
me
don't think
on.
he's the same. I don't think he's the same as like 2 years ago, man.
I take care, Wayne. Take care, Wayne, bro.
Then I Wayne, in a bit,
love,
man.
love.
Big up, Wayne.
Big up, William.
And hopefully we have a good game tomorrow. Up with Chelsea, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, Lewis and Scott and Johnny.
Yeah, no worries, defo, man.
Cheers,
You
lad.
take care,
Cheers,
man.
Wayne. See you later,
Take
mate. Have a
care.
good one.
You know what would be the dream, guys? Yeah, the dream would be Tuchel just snubs Marquinhos back to Chelsea, man. Imagine that.
Perfect.
Oh
I'd
my
love
days!
it.
And then
I'd
he could
love
either play like DM or centre back. Him next to Silva for one season.
I said if
filthy,
we're spending big for a centre back, if money's no object, I'd go and buy Marquinhos, man. I'd just go and buy him.
I don't think we're getting though. Like
on a real, if we're going money's no object, I'm getting Ramos, even if it's for just for a year or two.
No,
I
but
I
want someone for the next flipping 5 to 8 years, man. Marquinhos is still young, isn't he?
Oh, no, true. I just think in terms of like Ramos, in terms of what he'd offer, it's more just what he'd offer to this team. Like, if
do you really think he'll leave? I don't think he'll leave, though. Do you
No,
think
he will.
leave?
He will. They can't afford to give him a new contract, and his contract's up at the end of the season.
Yeah, how much is his contract?
$400K a week. Like,
I don't know how much it is, but they can't afford to. It's the funniest thing. They can't afford to give him a new contract because they're still paying off Gareth Bale's.
But what about Thiago Silva come to us here and he halved his wages. I don't see Ramos doing that, man.
Big up, bro.
I don't.
Oh, big up. I don't see Ramos doing that, man.
No, I don't either. But
yeah.
I knew, guys. What are you guys saying? Anything you want to add to this?
I don't like the way Varane is good, bro. Like that's kind of disrespectful. Like he's only good with Ramos. I don't want to agree with that, man.
Why don't you agree with that?
Did he win a World Cup with Ramos? No.
Yeah, but that's the whole Mbappe won them and the World Cup.
Norris won a World Cup,
bro.
But like,
who is the most influential French player? Go on, tell me.
Pogba to me.
Okay, then. So that answers your question then. So what did Varane do?
No, but yo,
the way you were saying, like, bro, Varane is better than all our centre backs right now, except Silva.
I don't know, man. I just think he's quick, and that's what gets him out of trouble. He's just quick, man.
Yo, listen, the man have a point, brother. You see Varane, brother. Varane a big defender.
Yes.
The man make this. Yeah, everybody make mistake, brother. Every defender, every.
Not even about the mistakes,
bro.
Not even about the mistakes.
No, but.
Whoa.
What the hell?
No, but on a big man level, if France never have a good defense, how would they win the World Cup, brother? People always talk about the attack and your defender, but the two biggest points in football is your goalkeeper and your defense. If you do have a good goalkeeper and a good defense, you can't win anything.
France keeper shit though.
But you see, the thing is here, guys. I feel like if we get Varane,
you right, Luis. Come on now.
Won't Varane be on a free? Like,
Luis is a decent keeper, but he just makes way too many mistakes.
Depends how much his wages are.
When
if he's on a free, man, we gotta get Varane, bro.
Well, it depends. It was the same thing with Alaba. Alaba's on a free, but he wanted like 300.
Alaba's not good at centre back.
What do you mean?
Have you been watching Bayern? He's not good at centre back, man. Do you watch Bayern?
Yeah, I did last season when he was winning the Champions League centre back.
The German league is very. Look at Thiago. Yeah, he's come from the German league and he looks average, fam. So the German
Thiago's the case of Liverpool, man.
Thiago is world class, man. He's just.
I'm not saying Alaba's not good in it.
Wrong system,
bruv. Like the Premier League is tough. Premier League is tough, and Thiago's in the wrong system.
Yeah,
he's not supposed to be pressing. He went to the wrong team.
You see, the thing is here, guys.
Thiago in Chelsea, bro. Like that would be something else, man.
Nah, City. Ooh, he'll look deadly in City. They love to keep the ball, man. Playing
You
number
see, the
6.
thing is, I think if
also, go on, Ryan, go on.
Yeah, if we get Varane, I feel like I don't know. I feel like because he's like what 27, is he 28, 29? I think if he has like 1 year with Silva, then he'll have like even more experience. I feel like he could maybe partner one of our centre backs because of the experience he has after that. So like you never know in it, but like Varane's just got like he just what's it called? He's got like some mad trophies and stuff, and like he's just got mad experience and stuff.
French
So
version of Frosty Face Merchant.
But have you not seen Eden Hazard in training today?
Oh, jam.
What happened?
Alright, let me show you. I haven't seen it yet. Wait, I can't be asked. I cannot be asked.
Go on.
Where is this shit? Where is this shit?
Ooh. Oh, I think I just seen it. Is it the one where he just bangs it top mins? Yeah, I see. Yeah, that
But no,
one.
whoever their goalkeeper is should be doing better there.
Then
Really
he could
should
break
be.
his ankles tomorrow, man. I don't want Hazard to
Yeah.
score. I would be
He's
pissed.
looking like he's
long.
getting personal
So
beef
long.
with Reece James, fam. It's peak, blood. No, I
Oh
was
my
joking, but
days.
Hazard, he won't even start. Like, I think he'll come off the bench for a little cameo, yeah. But like, I
Nah,
think
he
the thing
might
is,
start,
yeah,
you
you
know.
see
He
when
might start.
he plays against us at Stamford Bridge, yeah, I feel like BT Sport are just gonna film him the whole game. Then they'll just have the game in the little corner and that, man. Whenever something happens, like whenever he's getting substituted on, well, that's gonna be mad. But Hazard
I
won't
don't
even
blame
play.
them, to be honest.
Listen, we love
He'll stick
Hazard.
with Vinicius, I
There's
think.
no dispute about that. We all love
Yeah,
him. But
Hazard is always
there is
mad love for him. So.
no way in hell I want us losing to Real Madrid. We have to beat this team, man. I hate Real Madrid. I can't stand them. I've hated them for
Yeah,
years.
and beat them 4-0 and then give Hazard a little wonder goal and that at the end.
Like, even if Hazard score, cool, get a goal,
have a choice.
but we got to win. We got to win.
Nah, I can't lie.
Hey, Jam.
No, like I think in the game tomorrow, I know we already play a 3 at the back formation, but I think we should play 3-5-2 instead of the 3-4-3 because with the 3-5, you get 3 man in the midfield to try to match.
Who's going to be the third man?
in the midfield.
He won't change it, Vitmus.
Yeah, this is not the time to start changing, man.
I hear that, yeah, Vitmus, but
No, it's
there's
not
no
about
Kovacic.
changing it. It's about just adding an extra man. It's just
Yeah,
them
he's
3
right.
at the back.
But there's no Kovacic, Vitmus. That's the thing. Like,
I'll play Mount as a third 8.
Yes, Jim.
Third midfielder.
he's going to cook anyway.
Yes. I'm
Oh,
excited,
it's
man.
going to be a long time, man.
I'm kind of like in between mixed emotions because if Hazard plays, it's just going to upset me watching him play against us because that's one player that I just didn't want to see up against. But listen, I keep saying this game tomorrow will all fall on us, how we turn up in this game. If we turn up and play like we did against Atletico Madrid, we'll beat them. Even Porto, we'll beat them. I actually do think it's all on us. If we can just get the ball moving, keep the ball well, be aggressive from kickoff, get in their faces, create, move the ball quick, we'll beat them. But I don't think this Real Madrid team's that great. Yes, they've got a good midfield. I think their defence is suspect. You look at Benzema, he's on form. But, it is what it is. I don't think
He's
Hazard
a pensioner.
will start tomorrow.
He's a pensioner.
And he's
I
still
don't think
scoring
Hazard will
goals.
start tomorrow. And even if he does, I don't want to see Krusty the Clown against him. I'd rather have Ashley at the right centre back.
What happened to
That is
no
ridiculous.
agendas? I backed the team.
Who's Krusty
No,
the
I
Clown?
back my team, but you were sitting
Krusty
there
the
saying
Clown?
right centre back at a Krusty when you got Aspie there. Why the hell would you play Christensen in this game?
Because
When you got Aspie?
Christensen had a near man of the match performance.
And Lewis would stick him quarterback if he had a chance in that.
You know what I mean? You put him in goal if you had the chance.
Yeah.
I mean, we can have a debate about how Christensen playing out the back is a lot better than Kepa or Mendy, but we can save that for another time.
It's better than Zuma. It's better than Zuma.
I don't want to see Zuma on that pitch, man.
Oh my! If Zuma played, we're 1-0 down, bro. That's how.
Yeah,
bad.
who's Krusty?
Yeah, who's Krusty, bro?
Jen, who's your front line then?
Krusty
Why
Christensen,
calling
mate.
him Krusty?
He's a crusty fucker.
I know, man. He's one of our own players. They should be doing a lot
Yo,
better.
like all on guys. Like, I'm a bit honest. Like, I've only Christensen done one stupid mistake the whole time Tuchel has been here, and it was in that West Ham game when he fouled. I don't remember who he fouled, and he got the yellow card. Apart from, he has been good, so I wouldn't follow Gem.
Right centre back here. You see, right centre back here. I feel like he needs to be more progressive.
Man, he's been first class.
Nonsense.
You see, the thing is, Christensen's unlucky, man.
Stop these emotional agendas, all right? If he's not playing in the middle of that back three, he don't play. That's it for me.
Yeah, that's my thing, innit? Right centre back, he's not progressive enough, man.
On Saturday.
Quick question for you guys.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, yeah. Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
I think what's it called, yeah? Christensen, yeah. You see when he's playing right centre back, I don't think he's like he's not enough progressive enough, bro. His passing isn't progressing.
You know what? I trust.
That's the thing with Christian.
Ryan, did you watch the game?
No, against when he's in the middle, it is, yeah. But against West Ham, like
again, on the right hand side where he played on Saturday. Did you watch the match or not?
Yeah, the first half. He got
I
a yellow
watched
card.
it, like,
He should have been
doesn't
taken
give
off.
us
The yellow
what I
card,
think.
to be fair, the yellow card was not his fault.
Yeah, I'm
The
not
yellow
even
card
speaking
was-
about the yellow card,
He was
but
getting towards
Out
Christian
of position.
Pulisic, and you want to say he ain't progressive enough.
nah, he's bro. Like every time he got the ball, yeah.
Ryan, this is agenda. This is right in
Bro,
front of
I
you.
like Christensen, yeah, but the only his best position in a
You are
back three
telling me he was
is
not
in the middle.
progressive, and he was literally progressive against West Ham.
Nah, the only progressive.
Who's out of position?
Thiago
That's what
Silva
he
was
was.
very progressive, yeah.
Yo,
Rudiger
no,
was okay,
man.
but Christensen, man, nah, man.
Christensen's
good, yeah, but
Ryan, this is agenda. This is all
bro,
agenda.
he was good. He was good defensively, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, what's it called?
Ryan.
I don't
Say
feel
it
like
as it
he's
is, Ryan. You're
progressive
talking
enough,
sense, bro.
Ryan, you watch the match. Ryan.
Ryan, I can't lie. I'm hearing bare waffle. I'm hearing a
Ryan,
lot.
bro. I'm not credit. I'm saying he was good defensively. Yeah, he made one very
And you're
good block.
telling me he was
And
poor
the yellow
offensively.
card, it was a tactical
Waffle.
foul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you got Thiago Silva. You don't need him to be offensive like that.
that's the thing.
this
But
isn't
that's
the
why we
point.
shouldn't
This
play him
isn't
right
And
the
did you
centre
not
back in the
see? Did
first
you not
place.
see the
No.
beautiful ball that Christensen played to Mount, where he made
There
that
we
unbelievable
go. That's
touch and
the
almost
point.
scored?
That's the point. You're
Yeah.
telling me he wasn't
He's got a long
progressive
ball
when
in
he
him.
was progressive. This is
Yeah,
waffle.
Nah,
this-
man.
This is
It was a
Thiago
good pass, yeah, but nah.
There was a
Ryan.
You know what?
He
Ryan?
was shocking
Ryan,
the first
What
half.
much,
Just
bro?
accept
No,
it.
Ryan,
He was
Ryan.
poor. Stop this nonsense. He got a yellow
Yeah,
card. Should have
what's
came
much,
off in the second half. Yeah.
Well, it's all right if
Could
your
have gone.
defender gets a yellow. Shows he's getting stuck in,
Hey,
doesn't it?
Ryan.
Now, I'm not
Yeah,
even
no, he
saying
knows that
I'm
he's
not
out
saying
of
anything
Ryan, what?
defensively, yeah. But with his
Ryan,
passing, I feel
watch
like
this and tell me he ain't progressive. Tell me his
you're gonna
passing
show me a
was
good
on
passes
Saturday.
in it.
Yeah, all
You're
of
gonna
that
show me
game,
that
and you said
pass.
he wasn't good enough. Because I
Show the
want to
money
I've never
now.
said he wasn't good enough. I said he wasn't progressive enough.
Money.
Yes, and you're still wrong. You're still wrong. Then watch the video and you'll see how you were wrong.
Let's
Why
see
do you
this.
Ryan,
say
like
he was
for real,
wrong? He's
Ryan,
one of
man.
our best
Like
players.
Fam, why are we
Christensen.
arguing about?
Yo, to be
He's a
honest,
wonderful player,
hold on,
Christensen. He's a
hold
wonderful
on,
player.
hold on.
Let's see this pass, man.
Like, yo, I was surprised the way Christensen played in that game. He was dribbling past players. Like,
he had a good
he
game,
took the
Ryan.
ball and run. I'm like,
I never said he didn't have a good game. I said, what's it
no,
called?
but that's
Defensively, it was
part
good.
of being progressive because he took the ball and
get
took
while
it
you're behind.
places.
Yeah, that was a good pass. That was a good pass to Mason Mount. That was a good pass. I agree.
Yeah, that was a wonder. And do you see the
No, I
touch? He
think it was
took
the
it,
one.
took
I'm
it
not
down
sure.
as well. Beautiful.
I think it was
Yeah,
one.
he was
Oh well.
That was
He made the
messy
pass.
stuff, man.
His passes are terrible.
Johnny.
Oh,
That was a good header.
Yeah, that
That's
was
what
on
we
a
need.
fucking madness.
Hey, Johnny, man, you're so funny, man.
Aye, fam. I look like
Is
I'm in the
anyone
mud and that. Another good pass.
nervous about?
Yeah.
Timo.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Jem, as you come in and stunk the place out, what's your front line?
Christensen. No, I'm joking.
I
know my front three my front three straightforward. It's Havertz, Mount, and Pulisic. That's who I'll go for.
Bismillah.
Yeah, straight up.
I would
Wait,
actually
you don't
go
want
higher,
this?
If
No, team. I know,
About time.
look, Father. I know you're going to get upset about that guy, but this guy, it's just not for him tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
But
Off the bench,
I wouldn't
innit?
even go a front three, man. I'd play Mount as an 8 with thing. I'll play 3 in midfield. I'll go 3-5-2, man, like Whitmus. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
We just need another 2 players like Mount up front and we'll be sorted.
No,
man.
we should bench.
What are you talking about?
Nah, we should bench
Yeah.
Mount, to be fair.
Bad
We should
decision
bench
making.
Mount.
Fata, behave, man.
Yo,
Behave.
Hey, to be fair though,
like him.
Johnny.
like-
to be fair, Mason
Yeah,
Mount
go
had
on.
a stinker against West Ham, didn't he? Seriously, it was awful.
That's a what? yeah, I thought so.
Johnny's blood pressure went up there, fam. He's like, what? Johnny was like, what?
Yeah, I can't lie. I think I was watching a different game and that, fam. Probably.
Money!
I might have been watching the game
Show
from
me
last
money.
year and that when we lost 3-2 or something, man.
He might even
Ryan,
score
it's
tomorrow.
cool.
man.
It's just agenda. That's all. It's cool.
Bro, it's not an
started
agenda.
off
Like,
boring.
when I watched him, yeah, compared to Aspilicueta, I didn't think he was progressive enough. I was wrong in it, like, but I still don't think he should play
I
against
hear
Madrid.
that, but you gotta remember, Aspie was playing wing back in that game. Bro.
Yeah, no, but the
Hey,
thing is,
Lewis.
yeah, like Lewis, the thing is, yeah, because Azpilicueta is like a right wing. It's not even Christensen's fault, but because Azpilicueta is like a right back, anyways, yeah, he's gonna go up. He's gonna go up more, and he's He's gonna go and be on the right more. But because Christensen's a centre back, I don't feel. When I was watching the game, I didn't think he gave us the same thing. But I don't know, man. That what's it called? That combination was actually quite good,
the same
man.
security as what Aspie gives you. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, because he's not.
To be fair, yeah, I'll
a-
stand corrected, yeah, but I still don't think he should play against Madrid. But
Who's
yeah, fair
starting
play
him?
then, man. Fair play, Lewis, man.
Who?
AC, and that's fair enough because the back three is just a debate.
Yeah, I think Silva
If Silva's
started.
100%,
Yeah,
he has
but
to start.
Lewis, yeah, I'll stand wrong, man. Look, what's it called? I stand wrong, yeah. I don't know. When I was watching the game, yeah, I don't know, man. Like maybe they cut out his sideways passings and stuff, yeah, which is real winning. But I don't know, man. Like when I was watching the game, I was a bit mad, but like these compilations, man, they can make me look good in school, man. It's all mad. But yeah, fair play to AC, man.
They do that. They do that with
Jorginho
Jorginho as well. Don't worry, mate. It's normal. They put all these sideways
Jorginho
passes.
looks like prime Pello.
Agenda
Jorginho's
too.
got to step
No
up, man.
way.
He's got to step up.
Yeah, allow Jorginho,
You could make Titus Bramble look like Blooming VVD.
Nah,
Just kicked him
don't
up.
say
Do you know
that.
what I mean?
That's
Let's
rude.
be serious.
Man said
Yeah,
Titus
nah,
Bramble. Do you know how
Did
shit
you
he
not?
was?
Did
He
you
was
not?
so shit.
Did you not
Man.
bring up the
Titus
transfer
Bramble.
news?
No.
There was
Titus
there was-
Bramble.
There was transfer news, guys. Did you not hear it? That we're looking at this £100 million player.
Oh, Johnny, I said we need to focus on the top four, man. Forget this.
His name's hold on, I need to pronounce
Is it to
right.
replace Mason Mount?
No. It's to play with Mason Mount. It's Lionel Johnny. Yeah, that's
please
it.
not,
Lionel
please
Johnny.
not Brexit FC, please.
I was waiting to see what you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say or some shit.
Who's playing?
I was gonna get someone from like Championship and that, man.
Who's playing in the sixes?
Lionel Johnny, man. Come on.
Who's playing in the sixes tomorrow? Are we playing Jorginho, Kante, or Kovacic?
Yeah.
Kovacic is back, isn't he? So is he Kovacic back out?
Kovacic ain't back.
What's a
I mean, I don't think we have a choice, really, man.
Yo,
Or
that's
Gilmore.
the thing in itself, man. We've been trying to figure out what a false 8 is.
What's
for
a
weeks.
false 8, bro? I don't understand.
Don't fucking start with that nonsense.
It's just an 8. It's just basically
It
a
was
false 8.
Lansbury for a few streams ago
That's not a
talking about
position,
how
bro.
we
I'll tell
play
you what a
false
false 8
heard that in
and
my
false
life.
10s and all of that.
I'll tell you what a false 8 is.
It's a false comment. That's what it is.
Yeah, a false 8 is a person that's meant to play the 8 role, but it just doesn't play it. So it's just false. So that's the only way I can think of a false 8. Like,
Nah, there's no because number 8 shouldn't be there shouldn't be a false in the 8 anyway. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Nah, it's ridiculous.
It's just crazy, man.
I mean, I heard a lot of you guys saying you go Havertz tomorrow. I don't think Havertz should play because he hasn't been playing the last 2 games. I think we have to go with Werner up front based on him scoring yesterday.
But you know what, Vitmus, though? The only thing I say with that is before Werner got that game, he'd hardly played.
Yeah, that's true.
And Havertz hasn't played now. I feel like this is a game you want that calm and collective composure up front, that ability to either hold the ball, get the ball back, score a goal, and play.
And run in the pockets.
He offers so much because he'll run to the wide, Mason Mount might tuck in, vice versa.
And Vitmus, he's fresh as well. He didn't play on Saturday, so
But the thing is, Werner just got a goal, and if you think about it, all right, how many goals has Havertz scored playing that false 9?
He scored like 2 or 3.
What?
1,
You know
2 or 2, isn't it? Has he scored 2? I don't know, bro. Someone should know. I don't know.
Bro, I think a 1 goal a man scoring a false. If he
look lively,
false 9, you know.
I don't know, man. Werner, can we trust him tomorrow? I don't know, man.
No,
Maybe
but the
next
thing
season,
is,
innit?
if coming off, to be honest, he had a good game against West Ham.
That's a slight warning. Don't be surprised if he starts tomorrow. That's all.
Yeah, I won't be
But you
surprised.
see this I think we're gonna need him dropping in deep with Mount in it because he can drop deep, and he can help us in that Havertz. Because I feel like Werner, we've seen him score. Like he scored against Newcastle and had a good game, and then didn't score against Southampton. He played really well against Southampton earlier in the season, where he scored them 2 goals, and then against Sevilla, Man United, he didn't really do anything. So I'm not saying right off Werner, but I'm saying like we've seen him get goals before. and not kick on from
Yeah,
it. So
but the thing is, with Werner, he has an explosive pace in him that could help us out.
I don't think Real Madrid will come at us. Like I don't think they're gonna high
So if they're
press
two
us.
centre back. That's the
No,
one
but
thing I'll say about their
But they
centre
got
backs. They've
Militao
got
and Varane. Varane's rapid, man. Like everyone calls him
no.
a pace merchant. Yeah, you
In
got
terms
pace
of the
merchant
pace,
against pace merchant.
Militao's the one I'm worried about with the pace. Militao is deceptively quick as a centre back, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
We
I think
already have
Havertz
Mount.
dropping deep will cause them
We
problems.
already have Mount
Why not just play Werner off Havertz then?
That's the. I'm not opposed to that, but I think Havertz has to play. Havertz has to play.
Then how are you gonna fit Pulisic in? Come on.
Then you don't.
Has to play as well, man.
Just put
I
Mason
don't
Mount on
think
the bench.
Pulisic has to play. It's
Put
Pulisic
Mason Mount
or
No,
Play Pulisic, Havertz, and Werner.
no, Mount's got to
Nah,
play.
Mount
Mount's
has got to play too.
Yeah, he's got to play.
Mount,
Yeah, we need that
Mount
defensive, like defensive.
You don't leave out your best players for the biggest games of your season.
Why is Iheanacho in there? What's this
Yeah,
about?
they could have at least went for Vardy or something. And why is Werner on the left? Like,
because it's the team. It's like that's been voted for. Didn't he get 2 goals against? He got 2 goals
Just
against.
the only goal against Southampton.
No.
You go,
Why the hell is Aspie playing centre back?
So of course he's gonna win. It's the only reason
Why
why
is-
he beat Christensen's player of the month anyway.
What?
Why is Aspie
Team of the
centre
season? Team of the. That's mad. Man
Team
said
of
all the Chelsea
semi-final,
players.
10 Chelsea
That's
players.
nuts.
Looks like a stick man, doesn't it?
It does look like a stick man, yeah.
Alright, anyone got any final thoughts before we wrap up this stream? Because I gotta jump onto Lawrence's in a little bit.
We need to win this midfield battle, man.
Everyone,
Like,
invest.
Final
Stocks are
thoughts,
rising.
Litmus.
Invest in your Mount memorabilia, your Mount hives. Get stuck
Hey,
in. Man.
Vitmas, Pulisic hat trick, man.
Bro, no, but you know, I'm. People are saying I'm slandering Pulisic. I'm not slandering him.
I know, man. It's banter. I'm
I
just bantering,
expect more from him. You get me?
We all do in it. We all do in it.
I want more from everyone tomorrow. I want.
If you want to win trophies and compete with winner, sorry, so who's speaking? Go on then.
No, I said the midfield got to step up, man. You got to win the midfield battle.
Yeah, but that's my point. If you look at it, bro, we are here, you know, we watch the football and we talk about it. And if we want to compete with Manchester City and Liverpool and all them teams, even freaking Manchester United, where they are at right now, all of these players that we have that are not firing need to be firing. That's my point.
Do you know what I reckon? 100%. I think we need Cesc Fabregas to literally either turn up to training and train up Kante and Jorginho, man.
Yeah.
You know, give him a bit, yeah, just give him a bit of, I don't know, man, swap shirts, go in disguise and just getting that pivot, man.
I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? Before we played Atletico Madrid at the beginning of the season, if you had the choice right now, say we didn't play Atletico Madrid and we got to where we are now and you had the choice of Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid, who are you picking?
Atletico Madrid.
Atletico.
But you wouldn't have prior to us playing.
No, I don't think Atletico Madrid.
No, but tell a lie, this is not the same Madrid. Like, without Ronaldo,
it doesn't matter. It's Real Madrid in the Champions League. I don't care.
Everyone wants Chelsea to win. Everyone wants Chelsea to win. All the English clubs want Chelsea to win, even if they hate Chelsea.
We can beat them.
They don't. Trust me.
Why would they want us to win?
Because of the Super League.
Nah, forget that, man.
Trust
That's separate,
me.
innit? That's separate. They
We
don't
all
want us to win.
wanted to be in the Super League, though.
Come on, Johnny, man.
Exactly,
They want us to lose, bro. You think
Other
if the English team is
fans
in the thing?
don't care. I know other fans that don't care. They
They
don't
want us to
Chelsea go
lose,
through.
bro. If we lose, my phone's gonna go off, bro.
Yeah, same.
Peak,
Yeah, but at least you can say it. At least you can say we're in the semi-final of the Champions League. Where are you? Where are you?
Yeah, but it's usually Arsenal fans and Spurs fans that come out their roles.
Yeah, but look at them. They couldn't even win a flipping Carabao Cup, man. And they're going to come to us about losing the semi-final to Real Madrid.
Man United fans, probably.
United fans, they can't. How many semi-finals have they been in the last 3 years and they haven't won anything?
Last 10 years.
Yeah, last 10 years, what have they won? Yeah, good point. Very good point.
That's mad.
You can come with your ball sacks. That's fair enough, but you know,
I can't lie, guys.
there's no peace on it.
Johnny,
There's no peace on it. That's what I'm saying. It's just ball sack. There's no peace. It's
I
just.
don't know
You see,
about
the
that,
thing
man.
is, yeah, guys. I think Kante.
They
I
can
think,
keep that over there, man. Don't bring that here, man.
guys, yeah, guys. I think Kante will have a master.
How's your
Guys,
blood pressure? Em?
Yeah, I'm alright still.
Yeah, can't go have a good game.
Johnny, you know. This guy.
guys, I think Kante will have a masterclass tomorrow. You know, I don't know, like there's something
Kante-
about him.
Just stop saying it, please. We just need to turn up. Do that.
Word,
If
man. I don't want to
we
lose
don't, if
tomorrow,
we don't
man.
turn up, we could easily lose this game. So just
Pray
remember
to
that.
God.
So,
Pray to your religion. That's all we can do. Just pray.
Yo, I don't remember who said this. I think the last time I was on the stream, someone said, I think it was Scott, or it was Father, or Lewis. I'm not sure, but we always turn up for the big games. I don't remember who said it. So I think tomorrow we'll definitely have a good game because we play so well against the top teams are the games that matter. Like
We will.
you get me? So I think
We
we'll have
will.
a good game against Madrid.
I've got to shoot, guys. Big up, yeah. Speak tomorrow.
Johnny,
Up the Chelsea.
take care, man.
Big up, guys.
Well, big up everyone who's been locked
See you
in
later,
from the
guys.
start. Smash
Come on,
like,
man, them.
subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow for the
Oh,
live
Chelsea.
review after we smacked Real Madrid. We will leave you with a photo of the new and improved AC yard.
I'm going. See you later.
Oh
Bye.
my days.
Yeah,
And as always, up the Chelsea.